everybody. Bye. Bye. That's what she's saying. She's saying bye, bye. Hi, bye, bye. How you doing? High times. How you doing? Happy Pajama Jimmy Jim. How you doing, Maria? How you doing? Happy Pajama Jimmy Jim. I said, you know what, y'all, I'm going to get one off early. Like, Danny was on here being perverted. No, she wasn't. I was talking about getting a live off. But we're going to have to keep these sunglasses on because, one, the light has really been bothering me. Natural light is natural light. It is what it is. But yes. It goes by too fast. It does. Hello, believe. Oh, I love your name. That's what I do. I believe. I believe in life after love. I believe. How you doing? Happy Pajama Jammy Jam. Blessings to you. That means we counted. I'm glad to see everybody. I'm telling y'all. I don't even know about that. So I just said, let me set it. Because see, once I set the live, then I'm like, Danny, you in concrete. You got to come. I believe I can fly. I swear, that song went from positive to one day. I'm like, he was crying for help, y'all. We should just listen. It was a cry. He believed he could touch the sky. I was like, but I feel like more like it seems like you're ready. It was a cry. I said, wait, she said, like, ready? Ready for what? Or maybe that's what my mind said. I said, these songs are cries for help. But yes. Happy Sunday. Happy fun day. Oh, I got a busy day today. I'm getting ready to go with my sister real quick. I'm putting together, is my mama watching? Well, I already told her I was putting together a basketball. But I'm putting together this basket for my mother. And every time I think I'm done putting stuff in it, I think of something else. I think of something else. But anyway, I'm going to hang this Sunday with my twin day. My brother's actually taking my mom out. So they're going out today. My mom is such a queen. She has 2 birthdays. But when I was a kid, I'm like, does that mean you double in age? You know? So in real life, my mom is like 144 in my mind or some shit, you know, because she got these 2 birthdays. But anyway, that's a whole other story. We're not going to get into that. But I got to go by my sisters, hang out with her. We're going to do what we're doing. Then at 2:30, I'm going to get my hair braided real quick. Nothing long time. I don't feel like sitting still too long, y'all. I'm booked. I'm busy. Okay? I'm busy. Okay? It's Sunday. It's a fun day. Then I got to come back, kick the bobo again over here in the Pajama Jammy Jam land, you know. So I got a busy day. You know, last week I end up having my regular Sunday with my sis. But then as I'm going to my sister's, I get my juice. So now I got my granddaughter. So I hung out with her for a little while. Then hung out with my sister. Then my best friend's mom called and said, look, we're having Sunday dinner and you're there because we having corn and shins stuffed with wild rice, one of your favorites. I said, oh, Lord, you know I'm there. I am there. So by the time I got finished kicking it, laughing and enjoying my family, my friends, my everything, y'all, it was 8:30. And I said, you know what? I could go live and do a Pajama Jammy Jam. But my spirit was just in such a zone that I looked up again. It was 10. I'm sorry. Allegedly, how you doing? Happy Pajama Jammy Jam. Welcome. Susan says, welcome. Happy Pajama Jammy Jam. Dana says, how you doing? Happy Pajama Jammy Jam. How you doing? How your children doing? How your fur babies doing? How your mama doing? How your daddy doing? How your cousins doing? How your siblings doing? I need to know. Shoot. How the refrigerator doing? Is it okay? Is it running? Okay. If it's running, we halfway there. Don't ever call it empty. It's always half full. Is it running? What y'all eating today? It's Sunday. I need to know. Yo. Woo, allegedly. That's what I'm talking about. I'm still in my PJs. I'm still PJ'd up. You better get it. Happy Pajama Jimmy Jam. Happy Pajama Jimmy Jam. Mm-hmm. Blessings. Somebody tell me they got the music playing, Alexa just playing their favorite hits. Go on, you better get it. And I don't even care if you was cleaning up while you're doing it. Shoot, tell me somebody right now is dicing and slicing some peppers and onions. Getting ready, house smelling too good. Danny ready to come over for dinner. For real. No matter what state or country. Anyway, that's why I said, let me find out. Let me find out somebody cuddled up with they cuddle bunny right now. Let me find out y'all having a good time. You better. Let me find out. Let me find out somebody in their backyard right now with the grill popping. Let me find out. Let me find out somebody done took the cover off the pool and they outside. Let me find out. It's Pajama Jammy Jam. I need to hear y'all was kicking it. Let me find out. Marianne, welcome. Hey, During. Yes. Yes. Wait, how is my mama and whoa, wait a minute. You know, I was just sitting. What's going on there? There we go. I was just sitting here thinking, oh, we got another Mama Ann, Mary Ann, because it can't be two Mama Anns. I said, wait a minute. Why is my Mama Ann not a mod? Mama Ann, why are you not a mod? Why is my mama? Hold on, y'all. You know, I'm going to get down to the bottom. Wait a minute. Let me even think somebody playing with my Mama Ann. Hold on. Hold on with that. Oh no, Danny ain't got no 10. I don't play about people I love. Is that my man? I don't know, because I also don't play about my wrenches. And who unwrenched my mama? That's you? Yeah. Oh, okay. You got new. Say, you don't say less. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I got you. All right. Love you. Man. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Did I accidentally just give Maria a wrench or did they'll be like, I told y'all, Danny and Maria are sisters. Maria got on a boat from Cuba, went to Africa, got Danny, they are sisters, and they ran up into America. And they were singing Coming to America. I'm coming to America. Got to, what the? And I'd be like, I was trying to give Mama Ann a wrench. etc. Yeah, during good morning. Good morning. Believe they will. They will. They'll say it. I'd be like, I came on a boat. I was born at UCLA Hospital. What the is y'all talking about? Boy, my parents was born in hospitals here. My grandparents was born in hospitals here. What the? but they'll be telling it. That'll be the next. Thanks, Maria. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks for that pajama jammy jam. I'm coming to America. You're like, what? I've never left. I don't even have a passport. I'm so American, I ain't left the soil. Shit. I don't even know what no other soil tastes or touch like. What? What? Who they been on Maria's race? Shit. She was in the Cuban mob. I said, damn, she's gonna be the worst Cuban. I mean, if there's anything good the Cubans did, you're never gonna be referred to it as shit. Ever. Oh. Oh my God. The world we live in. I cannot. My man, welcome back. Look at the confusion you done started. I had to make sure. I said, oh shit, I think I just modded Maria. They gonna swear I did it on purpose. They're the worst of the worst. That's the internet for you, though. That's the internet for you, though. I can't. I ain't gonna lie. You know, y'all. Y'all know it's wash, rinse, repeat. Oh my God. It's wash, rinse, repeat. And you can't even say nothing. And Maria know it. If she come up in this chat and if she wasn't, if I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say it. I mean, that's it. I ain't trying to offend nobody. Just my opinions on what I saw, what I think. Nobody. I'm just me. Cooch up in here. Coach, how you doing? Says happy pajama jammy jam. Susie, how you doing? Says happy pajama jammy jam. Cooch, you done turned your channel. Oh, sis. That's what I'm talking about. Let's educate. Let's educate. How to cook. Maria taught me how to be grateful that people actually know you can make food. Because Maria would say she cooked something, the whole chat would be having laughing emojis and shit. I'd be like, wait a minute. Are they laughing because she cooked something or because she can't cook? And I quickly learned back in the day, I said, oh, no, I don't think I want Maria to boil me a hot dog. I just have a feeling it's not going to come out right. I just have a feeling. That's what I told her. Says get a crock pot. Slow cook it. Slow cook it. Same way you got to do these people on this internet. You got to slow cook them. Don't cook it too fast. For more cooking tips. Right. Words never said it followed by Maria. And Maria's never said, guys, come on over for cook night with Maria. And people came. They said, no. Now, she say crochet. I mean, they know she dead serious about the crocheting because they gave her a whole crochet gang. I'm an honorary member because I just like the sound of being gang with the crochets, you know. So I'm an honorary member to the crochet gang, though I don't know how to crochet shit. I don't know how to crochet, to sew, but I'm part of the crochet gang. And I mean, they literally crochet. But they're also known as the most deadly gang in that side of town. And I'm like, dang, a crochet gang is the most deadly gang in town? Wow. The world is becoming. And like Maria and her gang, I said, dang, what kind of gang is it? Because it seemed like every time I turn around, this Operation Turn on Maria. And I mean, I ain't talking about just now. I'm talking about for the last few years. I'll be honest. It's a few people on here that, I mean, we've seen Operation Let's Take Them Down, and some deserve it. And like I said, do I think Maria's same? Maria, no, I don't think she no damn same. Do I agree with everything she's saying? Do hell no, and there's not nobody on here that I do agree with everything they say and do. Shit, sometimes I come back and I don't agree with everything I said. I say, wait a minute, Danny, now, you know what? You could have did that better. So if you think I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is this has been Operation Take Cut Down forever. Whole gangs done united together. Just saying, how you're doing. Susie, in case I missed you, how you doing? Good morning. Happy Pajama Jammy Jam. How y'all doing? But yeah, cook right. Question. That'd be question marks everywhere. Like, Maria's cooking. Could you imagine going to the Maria girl? I just couldn't imagine somebody saying I went to Maria's for dinner. I'm including family. Like, I don't hear them saying that, girl. Ain't down. That's what it's like. Why? Just say it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I be on there about. Maria, cook. Maria, I challenge you to a cooking challenge. That's they should be on here trying to get under her skin with. Otherwise, what I remember, see, when they doing all the, we all got prejudice in us sometimes. When they doing all them at, I be like, I gotta remember that she's a Latin woman. So she got a little fire to her. They all up. Everyone, every different kind. I ain't just talking Cubans, okay? So they got a little fire. So you gotta be a little fiery anyway. So Maria, she eating all that shit, y'all. They've been harassing her for years. Okay? Her and everybody around her. See, because that's the bad part about the internet. But some people fall prey to, like, I don't know. To me, it's no choices around here. It ain't. It's your choice. What do y'all want to do? What do you want to do? You want to mess with me? Mess with me. You don't? You don't. But let it just be your choice. Don't choose nothing I'm in. Don't choose nothing somebody said. They said a lot. They said a lot. Catch real, hey, you're doing. They say a lot. And I ain't judging nobody. That's why I tell people about the kingdom. When I tell you to come in here and everybody wearing their own crown, that's your entrance, that means you came in here and just gave the best to you, no matter who you are. Because none of us are what everybody's saying. Even if it's something you did, that's to all of us. That's not who you are. It's what you did. So at the end of the night, and it's a piece of you. So all these people that come on here and all they do is 24/7 spew hate, spew bullshit, do all that. That's a piece of them. So even if they come in here, what I'm saying is leave that part of you out. What I used to say at the beginning, if anybody watching in the beginning, I used to tell people, when you come up in here, you can put your gun on safety. You could take your bulletproof off, and I'm not going to Suge Knight you like he did Tupac as soon as you take the bulletproof off, because winky dink, we get attacked. But that's my own theories. But in here, you safe. That's why I say in here, I'm not going to let nobody get attacked. Not in that chat. Not, hey, they come in, they got something to say about me. Boo-hoo, booty, boo-hoo. I'm the host. I expect you to come in and say something. But we kick you right out on your clown ass because you came in belligerent, and we just said, get him out. Get him out. And we got rid of it. But I don't want nobody up. And you ain't got to come in here and fight. You don't got to come in here and defend yourself. You don't got to come in here to protect yourself. Trust me. The foundation in here is strong enough that no, that's not what I came for. For nobody. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some of us have to be brutally honest. A lot of people on here are brutally honest. Some with no filter. But it's just as I can be brutally honest. To me, I don't even think I'd be being brutally honest. I just say my opinion, how I felt, what it made me think about, what it reminded me of, situations in life, the situation, not the person. You know what I'm saying? So I try my best to do it like that. But at the end of the night, I can also check me. That's who you got to be able to check first. Why are you always in some bullshit? If it's always bullshit, what are you doing? What's the part you playing? I'm one of those people. I'm not here to change no adults. That's why I don't come in people chat. Get it together. Don't talk like that. I love such and such. No. Yes. Why? Me. Y'all don't have you're not going to have the screenshots of me in no chat like that. Ever. Never. Nowhere. All over the YouTube atmosphere. There'll never be me in the chats doing that. It'll never be me hopping up on nobody panel to argue with anyone. I came on your panel to have a good time. I came on your panel because I got respect for you. I came on your panel because I got respect for me. You know what I mean? I didn't come to have a screaming match with somebody. I didn't come for another adult to tell me how to adult. I didn't. I didn't come to justify my life to not one son of a bitch on this motherfucker. I didn't come to do none of that. I didn't come to get checked with a bunch of lies that a whole group of people sitting in a background putting together on somebody. I don't got time. I don't, none of this is something I want to do. I don't want to go sit and talk about people that you thought was one thing and they not. Who cares? When you show me who you are, I believe you. And that's it. So when I see who you are, I believe it. I don't question it. I don't fight it. I don't blame me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't go backwards and do shit like, hey, y'all, let me dog them out when I was with them. Because that means I was putting a portfolio together on them. I wasn't. In hindsight is 2020. So, I mean, when I look back, I could be like, I could do that. But other than that, that's right. That's right. United, we stand in the kingdom. That's how adults move. Because as an adult, you shouldn't be nowhere you don't want to be. So you shouldn't even have time to be in a place that you're too good to be in. That's like when I say people say they so up at the top, but they so up at the top that they can see my low life ass. As they telling me I'm so beneath them, but they can still see me. You can still see me, then baby, that means I'm in your rear view. Baby, that means you looking right at me, but that means whatever it is, I'm still catching your attention. You're not catching mine. Daisy girl, how you doing? Happy pajama, Jimmy Jam. Cat's Rule, did I speak, sis? Happy pajama, Jimmy Jam. Mm-hmm. Yes, how's everybody doing? Yeah, that's what I said. When we came in here, ain't nobody come up in. This isn't a we didn't come into a Girl Scout meeting. We didn't go into a Boy Scout meeting. We didn't do none of that. Nobody's in the union. We're not paying nobody. We don't change with the wind. Because on YouTube, people change with the wind. So it's like, you like me today, but tomorrow, Daisy Girl don't like me. So you like Daisy Girl so much that you say, you know what? I've known Daisy Girl longer than Danny, so now I don't like Danny. That don't make sense. That let me tell you something. Come on. As adults, it should truly always be your own decision. Mm-hmm. Don't. Not only don't get into a friendship trying to change someone, don't get into any relationship. So we're talking relationships. If you get up with a man or a woman and that's who you're dating and you're trying to change them to who you want them to be, you're never going to get that. Because you might change them to who you want them to be. And when they become that, they realize you're not who they want to be with. So get yourself together. Change comes when the person who is changing realizes change is needed. They accept it. They develop. Missy says, "How you doing? Happy pajama jammy jam." Mm-hmm. Hands dirty. Everybody hands look like they in the pottery gang or not the pottery. What is it called if you was a not a florist? Y'all, that's tell you how I ain't got a green thumb neither. But if they always just repotting plants, so their hands are dirty, filthy. My eyes dirty. I done watch the shit. My ears dirty because I done listen to the shit. So we all dirty. Dirty. But you know who brought the dirt? The people that's doing the shit we're talking about. So, and the problem is, how come I'm worse for talking about what somebody did that's wrong than the people who did it are? And then why is it anybody in here with kids or been a kid or whatever, because we've all done all of this, but if you've ever been a kid, why is it when a kid get in trouble, they tell you about what somebody else doing? That's what these adults do. So you'll be like, you know what, Danny, you're wrong for whatever I'm doing wrong. Danny, you're wrong for not reading the chat. Then I'll say, well, they're wrong for they put the chat up and they, oh my God. Now we talk about them. You're right, they do that and you don't. You right, they worse than you. Even when they doing their apology tours, what do these content creators say? You know what? I'm gonna say sorry for what I said, but it's people out here said worse than me. They said worse than me. Remember when Missy said this? Remember when Just Saying said this? Hold on, I got the screenshots of that. I got the screen. She be like, do you have a screenshot from what they said in your chat yesterday about me? No, but I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at my chat later. Later, I'm gonna review that and I'm gonna see if I can find it. 6 months later, we still ain't never seen it. That's what these people do on the internet. I ain't got time for that bullshit. Have a great one, day. Yard work, see? That's what I'm saying. Y'all better have a good day. Do something fun. That means it's beautiful outside if you're out in the yard too. So enjoy that. Enjoy the sun. Enjoy the earth. Ooh, have a good day. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's real life in it, y'all. I want to hear that from everybody. Danny don't get mad when people miss the live because they was living. I don't want to hear you miss the live because you was in a depression from the last live you watched because it had you so down. Because you're not mad. Here's something to tell y'all the truth. This even for me. When you go on somebody live and you mad about what happened and all that, you really mad that you was there. You really mad that you was even any parts of this terrible thing that you just so-called saw. So for me, that's why I said you better know when to hold them and fold them. You better know when to get up out of them. I want better in my life. That's why I said when I'm talking about situations, if you feel that's the person, if I'm talking about the exact person, I say the person that we talking about. If I'm not, we talking situations that repeatedly happen all over the internet. That's what I'm talking situations, guilt line and guilty. So if you sitting there like, oh, she talking about Pookie. If I was talking about Pookie, I'd be saying Pookie. Y'all know that now. Come on. Y'all know I'm not. I don't make up the nick. Well, I do make up a couple of nicknames. I do tink tink. I do make up some nicknames. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Judge Vodka. I do make up some nicknames. I mean, but I don't live in them. But y'all know, but like I said, there's no subliminals around here. So when people go and tell people, oh, Danny was saying this, if she didn't say it flat out, she wasn't saying that. That's what you wanted me to be saying. And because if I was saying it, who was gonna tell me I wasn't? Who was gonna come stop me? Who was gonna come say, Danny can't say it no more? I just covered her mouth. Just say it. Get some aspirin, plenty of hydrations in slow motion. But that meant you was living yesterday. You was living yesterday, just saying. That's what I'm talking about. Man, when I do party like I'm 20, tomorrow, the next day I feel like I'm 80. I say, oh, you just remember, you ain't as young as you used to be. You was young, you bounced right back up like it was nothing. Nothing. Mm-hmm. I'm kicking back my body. Whew, I gotta recoup for a week. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Say, but them the good dirty hands. Them the for real good dirty hands. That's what I'm talking about, Cat Rule. Them the good dirty hands. And see, around here on the internet, I swear, just because you giggle, I've laughed at some silly shit. And I got kind of a dark humor, so some stuff don't hit me like, it'll hit somebody else. But I know when hatred is coming out. So when we saying things that I know are gonna affect more than just who you're talking about. You know what I mean? Just like I kid you not, they'll be like, listen, just because she didn't have a leg and I was in a chat talking about an arm and a leg. Now, this is how y'all know I'm talking about George. This is actually I'm talking about a person saying this shit. And I'm talking about a person with an arm and a leg. Like, oh, not an arm. Like, I wasn't talking about her. Who the hell was you talking about? I mean, that is an expression. It costs an arm and a leg. That is an expression. I've used it 1,000 times in my life. Maybe 1,000,000. But ain't no way I'm sitting in a chat with a bunch of people that's shitting on a mofo that got an amputation. It could have just been their time. But ain't no way I'm sitting in there with somebody dogging somebody about an amputee and I'm gonna be like, an arm and a leg, don't cut it off. Give back a leg. And they'd be like, I was not joking about them. No, if I did, I'd say, yeah, I was. It was wrong. See, people don't know how to do that around here. Just like if you say, hey, remember that time such and such you like so much did this, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't agree with that shit. I still like them. I don't agree with it. It's that fucking simple. It doesn't mean I agree and I called him. I'll be like, hey, when you was being such a jerk and talking about them people kids, oh my God, that was so great. No, I didn't. No, I never would. And if we talk in person, trust me, I would have had a private conversation where I said, I don't get down like that. So when you do that shit, make sure I'm nowhere in the vicinity. Because it's not what I do. I let adults be themselves, though, because they got to learn for themselves. I could tell them how it's going to end up and how one day that shit's going to be backfire in ways they're not going to believe, but they got to learn for themselves. I'm not that person. I ain't knocking nobody. So if I sit on here and say, you wrong for, listen, once again, I'm not the gospel. If I say, oh, you wrong for doing this, if 900 other people did that same thing, you think I don't mean they wrong too? If they did the same thing, I meant them too. So if you decided that I only meant that person and everybody else is innocent, hey, when it comes to Pizzagate, what do I say? I don't give a fuck if I like you or not. If you ever were involved with a pizza, y'all know that was some bullshit because as adults, you know that people that y'all affected with that had nothing to do with this bullshit. So anyone who's ever sent a pizza, anyone who's ever made a Craigslist, a fake phone number, sent somebody to a website and put them up, you're wrong. If someone's ever brought people's children out by their name, their dead relatives, their exes, that's wrong. I don't mean just Pookie wrong for it, but everybody has a no, it's wrong. But I'm also not going to put together a hate committee about it. I'm not going to, hey, y'all, until everybody in this whole room and the whole universe is saying that it's wrong, we're going to just say, no. I'm going to show you how wrong I think it is. I'm never going to be a part of no shit like that. I'm not going to do it. And if I do, I'm going to stand firm and, hey, I did it and I don't give a damn, just like they should be doing. But they don't. So that's all I'm saying. I'm sure I've hurt somebody. I'm sure I've offended somebody. I'm sure I've upset somebody. I'm sure somebody didn't like what I said, didn't like how I said it, didn't like how I cursed. I'm sure somebody didn't like the shirt I might have wore. They might not like the color I put in my hair. They might not like my hairstyle. They might not like the way I look. They might not like that I smile too much. They might not like that I say queens and kings and put the crown on it. They might not like that I'm trying to guide in love. They might not like me. And that's okay. I'm good still. It won't stop the way this heart beat. It won't stop that if I don't complete my missions in life, I will die in vain. Period. That's it. There's no middle to that. And that I have to live while I'm alive. That's it. Like, you're not going to shake that from me, because it took me 40 years to completely realize that. You can never shame me with no parts of my life, because to get the me you got today, it had to have every step it had in its life. You never make me feel bad. So that's just how I feel. So when people, oh, you're doing this, and oh my God, she thinks she a saint. Here's the thing. Even if they sat and broke down every dime of this money about Maria and these lawyers, I still wouldn't care. It's not about because of how I feel about Maria. I wouldn't care if they did it to each other. That shit I don't care about. I don't care about somebody. I don't count people money. I don't sit and tell people. I don't believe in, and I hate to say this because it's so politically incorrect to say, but Indian giving, because that's what we used to call it. People give something, they come snatching it back. They take, but really it wasn't, they didn't give the Indians their land, the natives their land, but they sure snatched it back. I'm not that person. I'm not that person. When I can't stand the person, it ain't got to do with their race or gender. It's the spirit coming out of them. It's them. It's them. It's them. They define them. Mm-hmm. I know people I mess with, and there's people in their family I wouldn't get in a room alone with or in a crowd with. I don't treat them none the less. And they don't bring me around that person and try to force a friendship on us neither. I know how to move as an adult. I knew I said, wait, let's see. I know I'm dyslexic, so my eyes catch stuff. I knew I seen Garbage Pail Kids. You know, I'm a big Cabbage Patch Kid fan, so I was a Garbage Pail Kid fan. So. Yeah, I don't care about that. Because here's what I know. Most of the people on the internet, especially in the last few years, they came in a place of losing jobs, in a place of bad health, in a place of, because I really learned that when I used to watch Sherelle's. Every time somebody came up, they were in a hospital bed. I mean, literally, they were in a hospital bed. They might have been in a wheelchair. They might have, and what it made me realize was when we are just typing, you don't have to see a race, a gender, or nothing. You just are talking with people. So if they name Potato Head, and every day, hey, Potato Head, you know they mama ain't named them Potato Head. Maybe she did. I mean, you get. We're not going to talk about this. You know, I don't never bash me on a pajama jammy jam. Anyway, but that's what you call them. But then when people come up, you start to see who people are. The first time I came on Up in Adams, when Pops had his gallbladder and people coming up just to give him love and shower him with love and things like that. When I came up there on that, there were people in the chat when I came and said, I always see Danny in chats, but now I get to see her because I've never seen her. Because now people become real. They become real. You see them. I'm like, wait, Potato Head is a real person. Wait, I got to stop saying Potato Head in my head. It's like, because I keep thinking I'm talking about myself. And I'm like, man, let me tell you something. If we talk love, love is knowing. Like, so even when you think about wedding vows, in wedding vows, it say for better or worse, which meant that I love you the same, because even when it's worse, I know who I still love. It don't mean I let you abuse me. The people always take it to the limits. You know, and when they say rich or poor, people nowadays, people say, don't put poor in mine because I'll never be poor. The world could change, as you know, and everything shut down. What would the money do if it's nothing? You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that poor is a mentality, really. And exactly, but it's just to say that, because you might get together and be poor. So in richer and poor, we might be getting married today, but we ain't rich. So the nerve to take poor out, we ain't rich, but we might become rich together. What we might bring rich is where we understand what rich is. What you filling yourself with riches. And then when you think about sickness and health. So it means that I can love you. So if you got sick, would I stop loving you? If, Lord forbid, you got in an accident and tomorrow you couldn't walk anymore, I walk away from you? Some people do because it's too much to bear. So real love is being able to say, through the good, through the bad, and through that it strengthened us too. So when you see people been married 50 years, friends who've been friends 50 years, what you got to know is they've had ups, downs. They went through life together. So they went through sadness, loss, gain, growth, jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's 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 inevitable. And through it, your love grew through these situations and it grew stronger. So really, love is not perfection. It's not my friend is my friend because they never disagreed with me. My friend is my friend because they never. That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. Six bows. How you doing? Says how the kids doing? How that little prince doing? How you doing? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And then listen to me. Could you imagine? Because we're adults. Could you imagine if the teenagers or the 20-year-olds, when they got into a beef, now they get into a beef. Tommy and Bobby get into a beef. But now the people, Tommy, he ain't going after Bobby. He going after Bobby's sister, his mother, they brother. The world would be in chaos. Why ain't you going after Bobby? On the internet, me and you got a beef. I'm yarning on you because I don't care about what you're doing. Next thing I know, you contacting my family members who don't even know you. I don't even know why are you calling me? But you're doing this harassment. That is what it. If that's not harassment, what's harassment? Where would harassment start? Where would it start? Could you imagine if we weren't on the internet and one day you sitting at your job, and they're like, Danny, you got a call on line 3? Okay, let me take it. Hello, yeah, Danielle Robinson. Do I know who? Yes, I do. What is this call pertaining? Wait, they be on YouTube. What? They be on YouTube doing what, and you gonna do what? First of all, I want to know: do they be on YouTube talking about my job? No, you looked up some people and found me. Okay, well, you sound like a stalker. So they should be on YouTube checking your punk ass. Because I'm trying to figure out why you calling me. See, that's the kind of people y'all should be getting. Because the people that stop and do stuff like this, hello? Yes. Wait. You know my mom? You know my brother? You know my sister? You know my ex? Hold on, let me tell you about the day they had dirty panties on the floor. And let me tell you about the day when that person they couldn't afford their check and I had to send them $40 because they didn't even have what. With them the people you getting. What the fucking do that? Because I guarantee you get anybody in my life that's gonna do that. We don't talk to each other. So anything they giving you is hearsay so far past tense that I gotta remember the shit happened. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm like, wait. Oh, when did this happen? Like, wait, 93? Did you go back to 93? That's not somebody who know me. Somebody who know you, and if you're a bad guy and people say they've been a bad guy for 30 years, then that means from 30 years ago to today, you could tell them how I'm doing the same bad shit. Nobody's gonna be able to do that. So who give a boop, boop, boop? Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying some of these people wouldn't know what it was like to have dirty. And then this is the thing. There are people in these chats that have had 30-year relationships, 40-year relationships, 50-year relationships. So that is an honor in itself. So let no one take that from you. And there are people who have had 20-year relationships. They ain't married. That don't matter. That's them. And there are people who've had a 2-year relationship that's better than some people's, whatever. But that's not what we're saying. But what I'm saying is, in these chats, everybody think they know who somebody is. You don't even know their real name. And then when they don't know somebody's real name, the only thrill they got out of life is trying to find it out. So they can harass your family and your people and your people and your. Like I said, but then he ain't on here to be no gospel. I'm on here to say, if there's a place to know better, when you know better, you do better. And sometimes, like I said, once again, if you want to go back and watch things I was saying before, you can. But like I told people in the beginning, wrong made me right. Because I know that when you in fighter mode, that's what you do. So some people gonna say, man, you always getting into it, people. It's not, because you already always in fight or flight. I've been there. I've been short with the temper. I've been there where I don't want to hear shit you saying. I've been there where I ain't wanted a white motherfucker around me. Or no, I've been there. I've been there where I talked about the gays and everybody else because of my father. I've been there, done that. And my wrongs made me right. And I seen it from a different side. And I know I wanted to do better because I am better. I know better. I've said since I started a channel that I know that we would not know good if there was not bad, but I know there's more good out here than there is bad. But the bad is screaming so fucking loud you can't hear the good. So together we make a chain of change that'll show the good. That'll show that what did you decide was good? You decided my race made me good. My race made me good. You decided my gender made me good. You decided my sexuality made me good. These are the things that don't make somebody good or bad. Because to say that if they were gay, they were bad, is to say that if they're straight, they're all good. That would be a lie from the pits of hell. So I just live in a different world because life made me live in a different world because I've seen it. Like I said, I've seen it everywhere where to me, I understood when my buddies walked in a room and wanted to be mean because somebody was gay. But now I realize, why did that challenge you? Why did their presence challenge your manhood? It shouldn't have. It never should have. You know how it can, though? If you already had it in question. Because if it was no question, then nothing could put. That's why I tell you, these people can't break me because they never made me. They came on here and said, because my hair was shaved, I was a whole lesbian. Think what you want. You know what I got out of that? That means you think I'm a free spirit. Because for some reason, people think you got to be in a community to just be free. Your hair is colored, just this. No, you're just free to like what you like and be yourself. Not be conformed to what somebody said made you right. This, if you look like this, you're good. No, the fuck you're not. You just look like each other. And the grass always looks greener from the other side. Sometimes you sitting there staring at your neighbor's grass and saying how good it looked, but really it's that you need to maintain your grass, because once you do, you realize they grass really don't look like shit. It was just really looking better than yours. So please, y'all, I'm the type that's gonna make sure my grass look good. So I don't even notice your grass because I'm so busy noticing how when I came out, my grass looks great. I'm dancing around my grass. I'm dancing. Just like I told you, I'm such a Marshall. I want to walk in a room and not look for who I think is beneath me, not look for who I think don't look better than me. I want to look around and say, oh, there's a whole bunch of bad bitches in this room. It's a whole bunch of strong bitches in this room. I want to walk in a room and think, of course I'm in a room. Not I'm in a room full of losers that make me a winner. I'm a Marsha, so I sit amongst Marshas. I'm a queen, so another queen don't bother me. I just know that means she reps her throne, just like I do. I love confidence. I love a man who wearing a crown. I love a man that is there to protect every woman in the room, not just the ones he likes. I love a man that open doors. I love a man. I love a man that take his hat out in the presence, off in the presence of women. I do. I just do. I do. So in the kingdom, why not have kings and queens? And since we ain't got no kids up in here, I ain't got no princes and princesses. That's your children and stuff. Your children, your grandchildren, they are the princesses and princes of your kingdoms. And since this kingdom holds all kingdoms, that don't mean we live together. We don't live in this kingdom. This kingdom's just big enough to house all the crowns. So it could have a room full of crowns and 10, it can do it. It can build to as many as ever. There's crowns around here. And they so mad. You think I came around here and said, everybody getting gang tattoos, you know, we going to do this. Y'all got to get a tat on your neck to be with me. Y'all got, I ain't saying none of that shit. I said, I want to respect the best of you. I want you to represent you, because you represent you no matter what you do. You're not representing me. You're not representing the content creator you mod for. You're not repping the place where you chatting most for. You don't rep none of that shit for me. You rep you. You rep you. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. Ooh, the sheeps will herd them. They will. They sure will, sis. And that is cold. Mm-hmm. Because they will. Yeah, baby, I swear they be. Well, Danny, you know, they like you got them tattoos. Wait, did I tell anybody up in here to go get one? And where to put it? And people even be telling me, I don't know how that's going to do with a job. Well, baby, here's something you got to know. I ain't never had a struggle in nothing. And you don't even know what I do when I do it, if I do what I do. So how do you know what? You know what? Then always be somebody like, man, I remember years ago they were okay. You know what? Once again, your body, your choice. And that's what everybody and anybody. What you do with your hair, your skin, piercings, tats, everything. But what I don't want to see people do is, and like I tell people, once upon a time, trigger warning. Once upon a time, I was a young person who, when I thought of pain and losses that I really didn't know how to deal with and feel, I was a cutter. And that's what I would have been until somebody did a tat on me. A friend of mine with Indian ink and a needle and a lighter. And it's crooked and it's a tattoo I'll never cover up. Because it just reminds me of when a change came. But then my mama said, girl, you ain't not finna have tattoos, not in my house, underage, and you're not finna do this. And I was just waiting. Then I had kids, and my mom like, you not finna have kids and little kids and have all these tattoos. So then I was just getting tattoos under. Bam. It's like I'm not going to work and taking out my, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we going under the belly. Then I said, you know what? So I got this loyalty, which y'all don't usually see because it's actually in Chinese, but it's going down from like the tip of my neck. It's about this big. But anyway, it say loyalty. But anyway, I started doing hide them tattoos. Hide them. But I am who I am. I am who I am. And my answers of me, I felt like my whole life being young was to try to fit what the society thought, what we think in our brains, we don't put in our brains is okay, or what we should be doing or shouldn't be doing or this. But if it's not who you are, then you're faking not only everybody else for everybody else, but for yourself. And you'll forget who you are. You'll forget who you are. You know what I mean? That's why even when I had kids young, I never lied to people about the age I was when I had my children, because then I was saying there was a shame. But I know that being a mother, young and not married, society gives you a shame. They put a judgment towards you. They put a name to you. They put, you know, and so, and everything is, oh, you must have to be, the government must be carrying you. And if it's not, then you must be with a drug. It's always going to be something negative. Always. But I was given this life. I got that tattooed on me too. I was given this life because I'm strong enough to live it. And that's the truth. And that's to all of us. The fact that you still rise and are a better person than you could be, not only, because first it starts with being good to yourself. If you're not true to yourself, if you don't love yourself, then one, you'll never really love no one else. And two, you'll never be truthful with anyone else because you're lying to you. If you can't look in that mirror, look you dead square and find your beauty, then how can anyone else? Why would anyone else? So when I found my worth, when I appreciated myself, if you do better to you, it will make you, and even when you slip into the place of darkness that kept you going, when you was trying to make it through this world of whatever bad had happened to you, when you start going back, you see it these days, like, oh, Danny, you going backwards. And why? Because it didn't really get you nowhere. It kept you stagnant. It kept me stuck in the darkest places of life. And I felt like all the bad things were just piling up on top of each other. And there was never a good moment because it was always something terrible. And it was bigger than the Berlin Wall. And I kid y'all not, I'm still tearing that wall down. But I feel the same way I felt when I watched them tear it down back in the day. I felt pride like I was tearing it down. I felt pride of like on the women of Brewster's Place when they was tearing down that wall. That's how I felt. So when I come on here, I encourage everybody to say, I could take your bad side. I could take you been to the joint. I could take you used to have a habit. I could take you fighting to put that bottle down. I could take you had a whole bunch of kids and you didn't get married. I could take that you lost. I could take that one day you sat and you fed yourself until you got to a place, but now you fighting to get you back. I can take all that, but at the end, all I want to see you do is win. That's it. I want to see you win. I do not get any joy off of anyone's loss. But I know it's a chance for somebody every time I see somebody's win. So when I see somebody fight through something, come from something, beat something, I know they just gave somebody else a victory. They just showed somebody else that they could get out of it too. So I don't hesitate to come on here and tell y'all I'm flawed. To tell y'all, baby, you ain't got to talk about it. I lived it. I ain't got to talk it because I lived it. And I love people still fighting. But you know what? They still fighting. And for that, I'm fighting with them. With love. Love conquers hate. The hate we have for ourselves. The hate the world has put in us. The hate that's in the world. Love conquers all. Exactly. I do. I don't, because like I said, judgment. There's some people I know did a 25 piece. I got a love for them. You know what I mean? They serve their thing. They will live in their head with their thing forever. I'm not here to judge them, but I'm also not here with them to watch them fall. I'm not here with them to hold them down. I'm not here to hold them in the place of what they did. I'm not here to do none of that shit. You can be your own. I was my own worst enemy. What was beating me up at night? What was keeping me up? What held anxiety was me. What's in here? So do I wake up these days, and even on the days, let me tell y'all, when y'all anybody know me, know I got affirmations everywhere on the wall. I got affirmations on the ground. I got affirmations everywhere because there are days I don't wake up and want to say, you made it. It's another day. Don't look back. You're not going that way. It's times I need to hear that. So I just look up. Oh, my sins say never give up. I can and I will. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. Dream big and work hard. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. I have these things on my wall because there's gonna come a time when my mind doesn't want to say it. When my mind is telling me, bitch, show them how buck it get. When my mind is saying, oh, they want to play the bad side, let me get my bad side out. And then I remember how when it's bad, it only get worse. How the reason you got to the bottom was because you only saw dark. So you led yourself straight there. My bottom, not your bottom. Your bottom's not my. Nobody's bottom is the same. But I learned one thing: when you hit the bottom, it's only one way out, and that's up. Because now I'm at the bottom. So the only thing now is to give up. That ain't even in my vocabulary. Sometimes when I'm that's why I'm a diamond. I'm a diamond because under pressure, I don't burst. No. Under pressure, it's made diamonds. You make diamonds under pressure. And that's me. I'm stronger than I even think I could ever be. Yeah. But it's starting here. I don't know nowhere else for it to start. You can't be strong for me and not strong for you. You can't be telling me how to hold my head up as you got yours so far down that you wouldn't know what up was. Mm-mm. Hold your head up. Even when you're down, hold your head up. Hold your head up. Hold your head up. Because if you don't, you're going to make your back weak. And you'll be bending forever. Hold your head up. Hold your head high. And no matter what anybody say, you woke up and still you rose. And today you fought another day. You didn't give up. That's why I had to tell myself at some point, you didn't give up. And one thing about anything that you want in life, materials can be bought. But peace of mind can't. You can have everything you want around you and no peace in your mind. And I take peace. Peace is a privilege. It's a privilege. It's a privilege. Mm-hmm. I got that one in my dining room, and under it got the little places it come from. And then I have my picture. The one it's an African picture, got like a woman in a wrap. But anyway, it just tell you different things: courageous, beautiful, determined. That's the truth. Think of the things if we just think about ourselves, think of the things that when you were going through them, you thought you couldn't make it. You thought you'd never smile again. And you did. It didn't mean that thing didn't hurt you. Or, what don't kill you make you stronger. I've had some L's and losing people in life like all of us have. That you couldn't have told me that we'd ever smile again. You couldn't have told me that I could bring their name up and not bawl out and cry for the rest of my life. And it didn't change on how I miss them. But now I live for them. So in that, while I'm here, I got to be present because I have to be alive. I have to be alive because none of us going to live forever. Everybody got a day. But I'm going to live until that one's over. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't bend. My lips don't pucker to kiss ass. It's just certain things I will not do, and I will not compromise my peace. I will not. Y'all know if you've ever fought with insomnia, if you've ever fought with mental health, anxiety, depression, if you've ever fought with any of these things, if you fought any of these demons, then you started fighting what was wrong with me. And then that thing started eating me. And when I got peace, even with the things about me, I know my triggers. I know feelings. I know, and I learned me. So, because you know who you can control? You. You know who you. So that's who I ain't trying to control nobody but me. And it's real hard controlling this ship. Because I swear this ship be trying to Titanic itself. Okay? So I learned that, they say it's mind over matter. And the strength in it is understanding what I can handle and what I can't. It's truly that. So like I said, no. Every day I'm a work in progress. Never give up. I won't. Failure is not an option. So even if the world said I failed as far as they were concerned, what standard were they holding pass and fail on? That's how I feel about life. Oh, Susie, thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Thank you, Susie. Mm-hmm. You made a wrong turn. You made a wrong turn. That's okay. Because later, it'll be one of the things that you'll never forget where you made that wrong turn. But like I said, when you learn you, some people, they're afraid of them. So they run from all the things that they know that they can't handle. I have to learn me, learn how to handle it, learn how to, I have to. I have to. That's what I learned to make me a better person. And these things made me a better person. I would have never opened up to letting women in my life in any kind of way like that because I didn't trust. They're going to be snakes. They're going to be insecure. They're going to be, you know what I mean, messy. They're going to be whatever. All the stuff you don't want. And that's just, I can't live like that because everybody's not that. And if you don't open yourself to it, then how can you say it? And so, but that had to come in with parts of me. And being a better me, loving me. And like I said, because you got to, being a woman, they swear men is being hard, but being a woman is a hard thing. It really is. But it's the best thing in the world. I'm so blessed that I was born a woman. I'm so blessed that I was born a Black woman. I am blessed. I really am. And so I not mean that. That is to down nobody else. That's to just be honest. So that's why I said you got to love thine skin. I got to really love it. And if I love it, your love or hate for it ain't what made that. It's my love for it. That's what'll make me love you. That's what'll make me see you. The love of me being a woman, I got to realize there's women out here that can work together, that aren't trying to down each other, that aren't looking for the way to walk over your back with some stilettos on. You get what I mean? I know that exists. I know that the reason the world is what it is for all the women who fought. Women didn't just fight for women's rights. Women fought for gay rights. Women fought for their sons' rights. Women fought for the rights for people. Look, when wars want to stop, the biggest people out there protesting women, we stand, we build, we fight, we nurse, we doctor, we love this nation. It is women. It is us first. It is us. It is us that will treat a man as a king, raise a king out of a child. It is us that will destroy, build hatred, build bridges of hatred. It's women, we are a strong power in my mind. I believe that without us. And so I had to get a strong, real place for women. Because we already leading it everywhere, whether it's seen or not. Any election come, one of the biggest people they get to help to support and pass out the information and spread women. The biggest numbers in voters in every state, women. The biggest job right now in America that is over 54,000, when they telling us the numbers in April, over 54,000 jobs that were placed were in healthcare, and most of those placed by women. Women. So we sit in a special place already. But it would, it's a man's world, but it would be nothing without a woman or a girl. So I salute the kings. And I love the men, and we need them. So definitely so. That's why in here is crowns around here. And it take a lot. Real bosses know how to move. They know how to come into place and put the gun on safety, put the bulletproof vest, take it off. They know how to do it. So please, just do it in the kingdom. Just saying, I was about to get out of here, but I'm gonna say this. What you just said is so true, and I'm gonna say it because of this. When I found myself that last month, whenever it was, when they were saying Maria and the B was buddy hustling, I said, let me go ahead and see what they talking about. Here's the thing, I could have cared less if they were or not. But when I went over there and I was watching it, I said, now you know what's a doggone shame? When the B making sense. But once again, I did watch her, and there was some things I thought she made sense when she said, well, she was funny more to me when she talked about Jen than she was like I was going over there like, oh my God, Malcolm Farrakhan or nothing. I just really was like, she funny. And she playing a lot of music. I'm a music head. But when you like, damn, the B making sense. Or when John came out and said, we're hearing all this, but we know you. I said, wait, John making sense? But that's the thing about logic. I don't have to like you for you to be right. Or I agree with what you're saying. That don't mean I agree with you. That don't mean we besties. That don't mean we kumbaya in it. That don't mean, no. It just means what you said was a fact. I mean, come on. They say even a broke clock is right twice a day, right? Right? Am I right? Am I right? So how come a person I don't like can't be right once in a lifetime? Or twice? Y'all see? You gotta wake up and think. Yeah, what's sad is that on the internet, they'll always say there's no such thing as real friends on the internet. That's a lie. There are. There are. But the people who are saying it are doing things that real friends would never do to each other. Like I told you, in real life, I had partners. We was friends for years. When we fell out, I'm not going on Facebook, Instagram, shitting on them or shit that was happening when I was with them that people might have wanted to know, but now I could tell them because I ain't that bitch. Because one, what that tells you is I was never their friend. That's why I'm so easy to turn on them. That's like you got a divorce today. Now, see, this is going to be different because I've told people, like, if somebody's spouse died or somebody get a divorce, from the moment they get a divorce, from the moment they or start the process of a divorce, they're able to do whatever they want in their life. But it speaks volumes to where you were. That meant you've been mentally not there. You get what I'm saying? Like, if my spouse died and by the next week I'm in a relationship, I can guarantee before they died, I was mentally not there. I wasn't there no more. Or I might have been in this relationship too. I could have been cheating. Who knows? Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I just met him at the funeral. Maybe I met him after the funeral in the grocery store. Who knows? But I wasn't there no more. That's my opinion. But if you come on and you now are dogging out your ex because you know they your ex, why? Because you dogging out you too. Because you stayed with this fool. So they was this much for this many years, but you stayed. Why? Okay, so if you stayed, then you should really shut up about it because you stayed. That's how I feel about friendships. If you come on here and you're no longer friends with somebody, but you want to tell me all about how you couldn't stand them for years, or you was just in the blinders, but now suddenly you took your blinders off and you could see everything. What's that say about you? That you was complacent? That you were just so scared you couldn't talk? I mean, what is it saying? Because it's not saying nothing good. I mean, it's not. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, now I'm in the hive. Now they're gonna be saying that I go to Lombard and me and her go to Enchanted Castle and do laser tag together, and that we sometimes go out and feed the squirrels and watch Bruiser do a Chippendale for us. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be all on Reddit. It's gonna be on Reddit that me, her, and Clark was playing Tweedledee, Tweedledee. None of this shit happened and will never happen. Next, they'll be saying I stopped through the hide and got a little honey to put on a biscuit. It'll be some shit. It'll be some shit. Or probably I came over with an African drum. I don't know. I don't know. But none of that shit happened. Won't happen. But they'll say I'm in the hive next. I mean, Danny was like that. The B is her best friend, and she forgives everything she ever said about her, and she just, everything Danny said, water under the bridge. No, here's what I said about the B, and I said this a couple of months ago. I said, as far as I'm concerned, I'm so annoyed by that whole motherfucking y'all. Some people who've been sitting around sweating Marsha, or whatever, just sweating my existence. I don't know. That right now, everybody else, unless you, and I said this a couple of months ago, unless you say something about me right now, you're on a you can breathe. But some of y'all still on site. You know who you are. And Danny won't hesitate to name you on site. But we can stand down. You can stand down. You can stand down. They're not even gonna talk about you. Fuck you. They ain't talking about you, right? We there. The next day, fucking Squirty tagged me in a post like, you ain't shit but a pussy ass. I said, wait a minute, did I just say yesterday that a bitch? Because I said, but you know what? I'm never off your neck. Never. Never. You can't agree with nobody. But them. Mm-hmm. Boss, then they'll get mad at you. I ain't got nothing against a gay man. I don't. I can't stand it. I need to fight all the bitches gay man. But he ain't fighting no men, whether they gay, straight, short, tiny. He not doing none of that. But he ready to spit, smack, kick, tap, jab. He talking about little kids. Oh, no. First of all, I don't want no man talking about no little kids around me, period. So when a grown man mad at a grown woman, he start talking about little kids, I get a little, Why are you talking about the kids? This don't even sound right. I said that about John. Why you always talking about my kids? Why you always in the kids and they had little girls? Like, I don't care if they little girls, little boys, but like, I don't like you. I don't like no grown. He could be straight. I'm still like, why is he talking about his kids? Why you want to take the kids he gonna tie the kids up. He going to their dance class. He got pictures of them in his phone. None of that sit well with me. None of it. It sit well with you messy bitches. It don't sit well with me. When I'm sitting with some dude and he just rah, 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 rah. Now, if a man is up there, whether he's straight or gay, and some woman is calling him all kind of motherfucker, bitch, this, da, 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 and he come back with a couple of bitches, I ain't got nothing to say about it. That's they shit. They both talking to each other like trash, not like two adults. That's on them. But when some dude got his own channel just to sit and dog out women with a whole room full of women on that shit, I don't want to hear these heifers talk about nothing and nobody talking about nobody. Don't come tell me about the women doing this. If a woman got to fight men and women, she should be a buck tough chick. Because I fight men and women too. Mm-hmm. Let a man be just friend, we'll be fighting too. Give a fuck who you is. But like I said, no. I'm not okay with that. I'm not. Then you go into that chat, be disgusting. Go on one of these gay dudes who bash women chats. It'd be a bunch of women in there being disgusting, promote. And then half the stuff that he be promoting, he got for some chicks. That's a threat to me more than anything else. Everything else, everybody boo-hooing and boo-gooing about stuff, that ain't nothing. That's a threat. That's a threat that society has made it okay for men to be checking women, period. Like that with threats, and you with a whole bunch of chicks, you talking about my kids, got pictures of my kids, you doing this, you calling my family members. This whole man? Not on my clock. I don't care who he's sleeping with. I don't care who he's sleeping with. That's more of a threat than one of you bitches coming to my crib. It's a man attached to this. Let me go get the dudes I know and see if they think it's okay. None of them will. Not one dude from the gay dudes I know to the straight dudes I know. Not one of them are going to be okay with that. I'm not okay with that, y'all. I'm not okay with that. And trust me, I stand for equality. I stand for that type of shit. But that shit, I'm not okay. And then it happened more. It's just, I ain't gonna even say it happened a lot with on the internet with the black, but it's just gay. Some of these gay men on here, it's too much. It's too much. And I want to see a gay man kiki and BB and all that. I got good jokes and it's good. All that's good. All this, you sit with women, I mean, dogging them. Your crowd filled with us because we who celebrate it. We who gonna promote you. We who gonna fight for you. We who gonna check any man or woman who come in and disrespect you in any kind of way. Don't you ever, because you can't have both sides of the fence. So you can't shit on us like crazy and worship us like crazy. Like, it's not the same thing. The things I respect so much, I don't disrespect. You know what I mean? So, like, if I do respect in front of a church, you ain't gonna catch me out there cussing. Even if I don't go to that church or believe in their religion, I'm not gonna be out there cussing, rolling up some drugs, selling some drugs, none of this shit, fighting. Out of respect, not because I'm whatever religion they are. Yeah, so like I said, that's something I'm so over. Like, oh my, and that means saying the most hateful shit. Yeah. Yes, no matter what age. You got a problem with me. Why do you seem to have a problem with? I guess you got a problem with the man I slept with and had kids with, because I don't see why we have a problem when my kids are involved. And the same people that would be mad if you do it to them, like, it's too much. But I can't tell nobody how to fight. You can't tell a fire how to burn. All I can tell you is, man, when you start messing with my kids, I promise you I won't stop till I hurt somebody in your family. For real, for real. Now, what you call hurt is on you, but that's not a threat. That is like a real life. You see, y'all play with y'all people. Y'all play. My people did nothing to no one on here. Nothing. And nobody in my lineage is a goofy. Okay? I don't even gotta put out the warning. You come for me, we gonna set you up together. Think it's a joke. Test it. Test it. I don't come on here to pretend I'm nothing I'm not, because I'm not. And I ain't come on here to prove nothing. I came on here to tell you, hey, these are things I will never do, because I know what I do. And I'm nobody. Mm-hmm. Extreme issues. They do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But they also are the people that make mental health look like it's the excuse to come and act a fool. It's not. It's not. I know that's right. I know that's right. Sis, I went hunty with my feet up. You better know it and believe it. And it won't be off what my kids or this thing, anybody, or what the internet think. It'll be off how I feel on the strength of what I'm saying. I don't play about them or my family. None of my family gonna play about me or each other. Period. And like I tell you, we'll eat it any way you like it. You know what I'm saying? We can get in anything you want. Anything you want. That's why even when I was beefing with the B, you going to get once again, going to get men, I'm gonna fuck they straight or not. Men talking shit about a woman, they don't even know off what you telling them. You got gay men over there with you, they riding and being stalkers and shit on women. You got women over there risking their jobs and all this crazy shit. Baby, you push the envelope so much and see these other chicks, they'll play with you, then be cool with you, then play with you, then be cool with you. I'm not that chick. You opened the door with me, you could never close. You threatened me. You said you had people looking for me. And like I told you, in this day that Breezy Girl and Heidi was trying to talk me off the ledge, like I said, bitch, I be at your front and back door. Real time. You think we giving up about what you talking about? That the police, that none of that shit. They couldn't get there fast enough. I have your neighbors let me in your building. Like, see, I'm that, and I won't have no live on to give you the thing, but I guarantee somebody will have a recording. But for what? talking on the internet. I'm just telling you, don't start a fire and then tell it how to burn. This ain't no comments. They ain't gonna do it. Then go tell a bunch of people, look, y'all, hold on. This is me driving fast because I got it. I literally told Crazy Cat Mama and Terry Lynn when we was in that car, and they said, let's stop this car. I said, if I stop this car, I'm beating somebody ass. I don't pull up to nobody crib for no reason. I don't get out my motherfucking vehicle for nobody crib unless we finna run up in they shit. And that's my right hand to God. I told him, this car stop, I'm going in this building. Right hand of God. That's the truth. That's the truth. Because I don't play these little games. I don't play threaten. I was joking. And I'm mature enough to know that the smoke you were trying to pull with me, you really didn't want. And all these other people are going to cheerlead for the smoke till you're putting your hands around a mofo. Till the video ain't funny when they gargling their teeth. Till I don't play about, man. So that's when I said, you know what, let me bag up, because I see all of them do this for fun. That's why all these people, as soon as they're not friends, they turn on each other, they screenshot each other, but they don't realize there's people out there that when you betray them, or it's people out there that when you keep playing with them, with everybody else, they're going to make an example out of you. That's it. Same thing for me. If I'm out there putting that kind of smoke, it's people that are enter from the front and the back. Like I live in a shotgun house. And it's not because they black. It's because everybody don't play. Everybody don't take your threats as a joke. Everybody not going to play about they mama and they daddy, they kids and they dog, they cat, and a lot of people ain't going to play. And you never going to catch Danny on her platform with 6 other people up on the platform who all hate the person I hate so we could gang up on them. You're never going to let me have my chat dog out the person I hate because I need reference on their hate for them just so I can move on. None of that's going to happen. None of that's going to happen. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing fake friends. Cat says, how you doing? I'm not doing fake friends. I'm not getting close to me so you could try to get some information, so you could try to take it somewhere, so you could try to do this later and be doing that with it. I'm not that. I watch all these heifers on here. They be swearing they got a terrible life. They want to get it right. They want to go to the church and they going to be so religious and they working with religious people. I've heard it all. And they be the ones that's always, even when you don't see them no more, they suddenly come back in the midst of the mess. They never not in a messy chat. And when something good going on or nothing that's not messy, they nowhere around. You don't see them. They don't got time to talk that day. They busy. They feed this mess. They be so excited about it. And then if they think they part of the in crowd, if they got some extra tea, like they know what time the live gonna be before you know it. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? If y'all bitches ain't counting your man's money, I hate that y'all counting other half's money. Let me tell you something. To anybody that gave some money, then wanted somebody to give them a whole log on every dime they spend of it or whatever, stop. Hey, did Maria ever get a lawyer? Okay, that's what counts. So if you send her money and say, hey, this toward a lawyer, did anybody ever make sure that she didn't spend money out of her pocket on this lawyer? Because who cares? I don't give a fuck. Maria, I don't care. First of all, right hand guy, and I said this over a year ago, right hand guy, as excited as I was that Maria was taking John to court, as excited as I was that this was the most, because these people all treat each other in ways where either somebody should go to court, they should fight, they should something, because this is terrible what y'all doing to each other. So I said, at least they going to court. But I wasn't sending no money about it. For what? She made a decision she was going to court. So to anybody who sent money, because I remember when JJ was coming at her like, you ain't being transparent enough. So I want my money back because I feel like I ain't getting enough information. I thought, who the fuck does that? Where do they? Because these people got fucking fishing poles attached to their money. These people buying slaves. They at slave auctions. $20, I'll take them. Take them. $200, I own them. $1,000, I'm going to Who knows what they doing with you after that? I mean, but it just, you be like, who, what? Girl, I don't give a fuck if you got 1 lawyer, 2 lawyers, 3 lawyers, 4. Did they put in the money? This is toward a lawyer. Later, I need to see how much of mine went toward the lawyer. And then I need to see how much everybody else gave you to add that to what you got for the lawyer. And they went, are they counting? Fuck just the lawyer. Are they counting anything? I mean, shit. Here's, you know what? I'm not even explaining. I don't give a fuck. When they was all on Brooke about her roof, I didn't give a fuck. Who cares? Who cares? I don't. But some of them come on and grift every day and nobody talk about that. And if everybody used, and everybody should have been came out with this whole thing, now suddenly that's all we, oh my God. So I mean, but they did it to John too. John, because remember John supposedly spent 45 million thousand, because we gonna make up numbers on his lawyer. And shit, that was supposedly came out of his pocket and his supporters' pocket. Who gives a fuck? If somebody wants to give, just like even, I swear to y'all, the only reason I cared about the whole thing with old girl was because he was literally sitting on his live like, yeah, her husband said he hated her, he used to beat her, he was dogging this woman out, who, if she did tell you this, she told you in the confidence of a friend, but you can't even admit that this woman was looking out for you, that this woman, that you could call her after surgeries, and she cared more about you than herself, I see. But nobody cared about that. We still to this day say that's a made up story. Some people say it's real. Who knows? Who cares? I don't care. I don't care if Addie is literally not only giving her check, giving her husband Mr. Unicorn's check. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Because here's one thing I know, just like people at a church, the people giving their stuff away, they wanted to. Unless somebody came with strong arming you. And if that be the case, why are you telling YouTube creators? You should be going to tell the police. You should be going to get you a lawyer. And not a content creator. Because a content creator ain't going to do nothing but get content. And then they going to get super chats for bringing your story to their channel. Now they getting paid off your shit. This is pimping 101, players. I don't care. I don't care about y'all money. I don't give a fleck. I don't care. And I don't care who care about me. I don't care. Like, I don't care. If that's your big one, your balloon just got busted in the air. Like, y'all are falling out of the air. Your balloon busted. Your hot balloon is gone. It's gone. It's like bad gas. We smelt it. It was terrible, but then the smell, it went away. It went away. That's how your shit is. It just did. No hit. It wasn't a good hit. It wasn't a good hit. It won't. It won't. It just proves, look, bitches will be setting you up together. And then you know bitches is crazy because they'll dog each other out to set you up. Then be back friends and everybody around and be like, y'all real friends. My real friends would never. They would never. Right, I don't know and I don't care. I don't care who you're sleeping with. Don't care if you're lesbians. Don't care. Don't care. If you're passing it all around the YouTube and giving it pictures to nude pictures to me, I don't care. But I see all this stuff be coming out about paydays and people money. We still don't even got the, I mean, it's some things I feel like ain't came out that we should, y'all, especially if people going backwards. We should be on it. The fact that half the crew that's trying to take everybody down is half of the worst. I mean, they talk about you, Maria, the worst people to memes. But you can't even say her name. I can say whatever I want to say. And being is the fact that I got dragged into the whole memes thing, ain't no way I won't speak. I'll speak in my part if I want to. But like I said, when I think of all this shit, but everybody, oh, we care about this, we care about that. Remember when they said this and they said that? Selective amnesia. That's right. And people have a they can fucking move on. Ann cannot fuck with Maria. Maria cannot fuck with Ann. That's fine. And nobody should have to make a choice with that. I ain't got shit against Ann. I've been told y'all I knew Ann was a beast. I've been knew that. Been said it. I could see it. I could tell when she was revving up. I could see it. Her accent's strong, but I could still understand what she's saying. So I already knew it. So at the end of the night, like I said, I ain't got nothing against Ann. I hate that I feel like half of the people sitting with Ann and close, when Ann was with Maria, they didn't like Ann halfway as much. That's how I feel. I feel Ann could be on some dolo and do it. I mean, you was with her on some dolo. You stood and told us you LLC because you had her back because of this and that. So now doing all this, and they're going to later play you on that. They're going to later use that same, because that's how everybody around here does. 1 minute I'm using you to exactly talk about this to make a point, and then later I'm using that you did it to down you in the point. Fuck them. And y'all ain't got to like each other. Who cares? It don't make me dislike neither one of you. Like I said, there's people around here I like. They don't come around, period, in my chat because they've made decisions. I ain't got nothing against them, though. Never did. And I'm bigger than that. I'm more mature than that. And nobody controls me but me. But me. It was obvious. I know she a beast. And I told y'all, to me, she tougher than, disrespect because I know you're Cuban. And I know they said you're in the Cuban mafia and stuff, but she was tougher than Maria. I could tell she was more cutthroat. She more vicious. I could tell. But she didn't have to do shit. And go back, you'll see me saying, y'all, the real goon is Ann. I know it. The real one that is cut, that's her. I told you that day I forget who she was talking shit to, but she was telling them like, man, we don't even do that and something. But the way she was talking was kind of La Familia. Like it was so, she was one of us. Like it was giving me the Godfather rubbing the cat. You get what I'm saying? I know real G's when I'm amongst one. I know real gangsters. I know real goony googles. Okay? And she gave me goony google vibe. Gina, how you doing? Yes. My cat, did I see you earlier? Hey, sis, and salute to all of the veterans and soldiers. Yes, I know it. Oh, girl. And did nobody need to tell me? Just like I knew the day that Maria said liar to Ann, it was over. Because when she was going off on whoever Ann was going off, I felt like she wanted to be going off on Maria like that. I felt it in the atmosphere. She was, motherfuck that. I said, shit, wait, what happened? I said, wait, what happened? I saw the goon came out. Because she a goon. I knew she was a goon. I still know she a goon. Shit. I know it. But see, everybody want us to think everybody sitting on the good shit. Lollipop. They so sweet, bitches. No, they not. Y'all not fooling Danny. Y'all fooling these other people. Danny peeped game. I peeped it. I said, oh, no, that's a goon right there. Annie. I know who the followers be, too. You see them. Yeah, I don't do none of it. But I can see. Like I said, when you watch this stuff not long enough, you'll also see when people about to break up. You can see when people are just using people for, you know what I mean? Just like, come on. You think, George, all the people that hate the B, they could let him do all the vicious stuff. They feeding him. You could tell he is being fed all this information on everybody talking about. He being fed information. Because if he lose his channel, at least they still got theirs, but they got to get that shit off. So if you want to be somebody's send-off, then we call them flunkies. So if you think Danny calling y'all anything but flunkies, I see flunkies. Hey, when you don't go live for weeks, then as soon as you go live, you could winky ding talking about the shit somebody else needs you to talk about. You a flunky. Grow up, y'all. Just take care of yourself. Move around the right way. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I mean, y'all, let me tell you something. What I can tell you is, as messy as they say Maria is. But this is what I can say about all y'all on some real shit. Let me be honest with y'all. Because I set my, I set grounds and I said boundaries in the beginning. So nobody comes to me like that. So I've had a few people try to slip and give me some stuff. Like, oh, Danny, I don't know if you knew this. They were over here at Flickety Lockland. They were over at Santa's Village talking about you. They were over. And I tell them, I don't give a fuck. Even when Heidi used to tell me stuff, she used to say, the person told me they know Danny don't give a fuck, but yet they still telling her about me. That's how y'all know all these people. They say they doing it so they can inform you. They don't know. They want to see you fight because they only gonna inform you of the stuff of their enemies right now. There'll be stuff they know right now about people they like, so they ain't telling you that right now. But in a couple of months when they can't stand them, they're gonna be letting you know that a few months back they was talking about you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said you're gonna fuck me once. Like I said, we ain't doing that. Mm. Yep. I'm not digging in none of their personal life. I'm not digging in none of their personal life. When I left for Tennessee, I was sent the thing that showed the bee's business. And I said, wait, so she really got a business? Because I didn't think that shit was real. I seen it. So then I knew then that makes your address public, baby. I knew so that governed it is the truth. You know what I mean? Get your name off this shit as a business. You know what I'm saying? Because I could show up at your door with a junkie if that be it the case. You get what I mean? So I got that, and then I got a picture of her with that check when she got that little check and I got that. But me wanting all this bitch information, like I said, for what? I don't. And even with all of this, I could have been like the rest of these heifers and be flood me with our information. Send me this. I want to see that court trial shit. I mean, so all this shit you can get yourself. I want to get that so I could see this and not do nothing but just torture her with it. No, the fuck, I don't care. Hey, look here. If she was with a pimp and she wasn't his number one hoe, or she was whatever, that's whatever. Like I told y'all, a bottom hoe is really his top hoe. So y'all was giving her more status than she had because she wasn't that. But like I said, who gives a damn? If she snitched them bitches out and he ever comes back around her, he's a goofy and he ain't really no pimp we talking about because that ain't pimp behavior. Like I said, but none of this phases me and I don't care. Like I don't give a shit. And is she doing it now? Is she still hooking? No, she's not. She is feeding squirrels, dapping all day, and lying and flying on the internet, so she's not bothering me. And that's what I used to constantly say when Terry Lynn would say to me, you don't realize who the bee is. I don't give a fuck. Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? She's no one. But y'all will link up with everybody. Everybody. And when I say y'all, I really mean her. To see her go down. You used to want to see Siwa go down, but you're willing to take Siwa in if she helping somebody else you need to go down. So that would be Brooke or whoever. And that's why I said these people have no loyalty to thine self. And they'll say, Danny was sitting here talking about me. No, she's not. I'm talking about all this shit. I can't believe that adults, grown arse women are doing. Not little girls, not 20-year-olds, not 17-year-olds, 40, 50, 60-year-olds. Where they do that at? Where they do that? And then, and this is no disrespect, what we finding out is a lot of these women, because they living in the closet, They don't want to admit they're lesbians. They don't want to let go of their addictions. They want to go cheat on their husbands. They want to, you get what I'm saying? It's all bad shit connected. But they worried about what everybody else doing. Like I said, I outed all that stuff about Sherry. I haven't seen one live where anybody addressed it. Facts, actual truths. And the worst part about that, y'all know the only person who agreed with me about what I said about Sherry was the B. I never talked with the B about Sherry. You know why? Because she had already heard Heidi in the background with her. Terry Lynn and Heidi used to be in backgrounds where she shitted on Sherry about the trip. And how Sherry ruined the trip. But the only person bagging me up is a person who I can't stand, who can't stand me. That make her wrong or right or on my team. We don't know each other's team. The truth is the truth and you can't change it. But nobody addressed Sherry. Still. I didn't, but even if they didn't, I know what I did. I addressed it so people could know. Messy boots. But we still talking about all the other messy boots. All the other messy boots out here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I know these people evil. I done had people come tell me people in love with them, want to have relationships with them. I'm like, man, now you want me going to out people's sexuality and shit? You telling me you could send me stuff about how they want to be with you? I'm like, what is really going on with these people? Because these people are terrorists. They are. They're terrible people too. That's why I said I can't. I'm above all of it. I'm above all of it. I'm above all of it. But I'm never going to be above calling out bullies. I'm never going to be above. Like I said, even these people was Danny, how come you don't have something to say about all the people that's racist? First of all, I don't just be sitting in place where it's all these racists talking in my face. Because I would be saying something. But y'all all keep seeming to be there. So I'm starting to wonder what y'all are. Y'all seem to be there, not me. I don't be there. Hearing about it ain't being there. Y'all be in chats where men are talking about pictures of little kids and even talking about little kids and Yeah, I definitely, and here's what, see, because I'm nobody, like I said, I definitely made Sharpie jokes about her. I definitely did. And in my opinion, I understand just what you're saying, Missy. And like I said, because that's what we have to do, convict ourselves. But for me, I feel like she made a mockery of essay when she did that. And not only that, she also, like most of these people, took something that some of us are fighting with, or dealt with, or lost someone to, and you brought it for the sympathy part, but then there was no follow-up. You never really went nowhere and got yourself no help. You never saw. My whole thing was, you made a mockery, I will make a mockery of you and a marker of you for that. And that was my own opinion on it. Because like I said, these people come on here, literally, John has did it, she's done it, Amber's done it. They'll come on here, my kid try to take their life, I'm trying to take my life, but then they stay in the same BS. No trip to a doctor. They'll tell us maybe they on some Xannies or maybe they got some Maddies, but never no follow-ups. No trips to a therapist to talk to them. No getting out of the bullshit so they don't slip back into the darker places they went to. None of that. But we're supposed to walk on eggshells because they use the word suicide. No, I take that word very serious. And I know that in mental health or without mental health, that people have fought with ideology, what is it called? Where you think about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to play with that in any form. But if you come up on here and you write mofos' names all up and down your freaking arms, then what'd you do later? Just wash them off? Like, what was the follow through? Other than saying, oh, they all making jokes about when I did this and I was at the edge. I was so at the edge that where I went to help is the place that was taking me to the edge. I don't want anybody who's at their edge to think that they should go to the people who put them in the edge to have to get safety. Because somebody's going to end up really finishing because they're going to help push them further to the edge because they're going to see their weakness and they're going to thrive in it. And I don't want that for nobody. I want to save a life. I'm not trying to take a life. I'm trying to save a life. Mm-hmm. No, and that's what I'm saying. And feeling bad. But where I did come to a place where is I don't need to talk about that to talk about her. You get what I'm saying? So I did say to myself, I made, my little Sharpie short. I did. Because like I said, at the time, she's talking about my dad could be no lawyer. I guess I don't know if he's black. I don't know what. You're talking about my mom. You're talking about my family. Y'all trying to talk about I got a record. I got no fucking record ever. I don't have a record that's expunged. I don't have a record that's nothing. I don't have a driving record. I don't have accident. I don't have none of that shit. But you literally said you got rows of evidence on me that I got crimes never committed. You dogging out my name left, right, and sideways. You're talking about me under every curve, and you're allowing everybody around you. They talking about my eyesight, my this. So you think I give a damn about some Sharpie jokes? Huh? I don't. Just like talking about Glenwood, you think I give a damn cracking jokes? I didn't. Because when you talk about going low, I didn't go low. I just know that the truth of the matter is Aviente, he never gave a fuck about you. So, of course, I made jokes on it. And it's Aviente that was a whole attention stuff. Because you still gathered around the people. I mean, you became friends with most of the people that was on your list, but then you're not friends with them again. But you, like I said, you still fighting with them. Like, that's not mental. That's not good for you, period. So you're not doing nothing to help nobody. You're going to help somebody in their life because they're going to stay in these dark places. And if your mind can go to those places, do better for you. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I don't want none of them to end their life. Let me tell you something. At one point, I was worried John was going to end his life, and I thought he was going to do it on TV. And this was a couple of years ago. This was around when Amber was telling them that his mama took his life for that. It was around then. Then Jen, right before Jen started having a breakdown, I was like, Jen about to take her life because I had this just feeling like they're going too dark. But here's the thing that you have to understand. Some of us deal with PTSD, depression, all kinds of different things, and you're triggering. These people are triggering as hell. Some of us are dealing with death or cancer. It does work. No, Gigi, let me tell you something, Gigi. Welcome in. And remember, around here, it's no bushes. We only got snipers in the bushes. And the snipers never come out. But yeah, welcome. And trust me, no, I do say it. I was saying why I was doing the Sharpie joke. So remember, when I'm speaking of what I did, that's my opinion of that situation, not the opinion of her therapy, the opinion of right at that moment. And one of the things about years of therapy, what you'll know, and any therapist will tell you, is that the thing that's triggering you, trying to go in there when you're not strong, it's only going to make you worse. It's not going to help you out. That's like if you stop drinking, but you're still fighting with it, sitting in a bar to keep yourself sober is not what's going to work. Now, there will come a day when you can sit in a bar and not have a drink. You'll have that strength, but it won't be a day when you're sitting there buying a drink to just look at it because you don't have the strength to not even buy it or smell it or lick the taste of it. That's not a strength. So if people make me so weak that I want to write out their name and say that these people are actually making my life want to not be here, then right now I know what the trigger is and I should be nowhere with it. Where I should be at is with that therapist because they have my best interest. None of these people have Jules' best interest on here. And when Jules did that, I never said a word about it. When Siwa was defending her on her channel, I would just be watching and I still put prayers emojis in there for her, and I meant that. Because I've had periods of my life where I've thought I really want to take, and I didn't go and, none of that, but you did things where you didn't care about living. I might cross the street, not even look. And so I've been there. And the last thing I know is you never know. We are content creators. She has a whole beehive with me. She has a group of people that love her enough that no matter what, they're going to stand there and love her. So what if one of those people are at the edge of their thing and they see that their great trusty leader ain't even strong enough? So you could lead them wrong. There's a power in our words. That's what I'm saying. And if you have no fights on it, that's how I felt about it. So trust, I would never quit. Like I said, one of the things about the B, I didn't care about none of that stuff with her. When it turned and suddenly she had all these problems with me, and I'm like, damn, and everything was a belittling of me, it made me start looking at her. And that's how we got to that point. Because I never had a problem with it. I didn't care. Like I said, I didn't care if she ever did drugs before. I didn't care if she fucking was in love with Glenwood. I didn't care about none of that shit. I didn't care if she snitched on Glenwood. I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. I would come in her chat, and like I said, she was making me laugh. And then she had did a whole thing with, what was old girl's name? Smiley or whatever. I can't remember. They used to be on TLs, left TLs, and came over to the B's and talked about me and TL like I had ever did some happy. And I still was like, okay, whatever. I don't care. It's her channel. But when a mofo try to dog me or down me, trust me, you left yourself vulnerable for what you did right here. Not what you did in your background. I don't care about your background. Tell me what you did right here on this internet. Yeah. So yeah, so Gigi, you make sure that you come in here again one day, because like I said, that didn't bother me. You didn't offend me. That didn't offend me at all. Because therapy does work different for everybody else. But when you have a channel and a platform, you come on here, even John, anything, y'all come on here, I got the thing loaded. There's somebody listening to you that might be at the edge. I'm a content creator. Do y'all know people have literally told me they was about places to take their life? Have literally called me worried about another person because they thought they might have took their life. I've come on here at times, and there's been times in my life where it's been so heavy. I ain't thought about taking my life, but I felt weak. I felt weak, and I didn't come on here weak because I didn't know who was standing at the cliff, who was standing at the edge. And I'm never going to okay that. Ever going to okay that and then just push it to the side like it's not okay. Because see, what y'all don't know is that there are subscribers who y'all don't see anymore, and they're not here anymore. So just because you don't know don't mean it ain't so. On every social media platform, people taking their life from bullying happens every day. So no, I don't agree with bullying once again. But people will say that as they sit in groups with 9, 10 people attacking one person, with 3, 4 sectors coming at one person, with private group chats to take down one person. Like I told you, I literally said in John Yates' chat years ago, and said it in the chat. I don't like when 5, 6 people got to gang up on one person, but I've watched him do that. I've watched it be done to him. I've watched these people not talk to somebody or you don't see them, but then as soon as 2 people fall out, now all of them combine like a Power Ranger together, and then they make everybody that likes them both feel like they got to be on something. It's too freaking much on the internet. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. And then you're never going to see Danny sitting on him. Even when I dislike people, I dislike Jules, and at the same time, like I said, Heidi and Terry Lynn had disliked her from the gate till Terry Lynn actually came first and gave her an olive branch around the time when she was being, you know what I'm saying, me and her, because like I said, before she even said something, I think I was coming in her panel and chatting and saying stuff. I didn't just come in there one day. It was like, oh, let's promote Danny, let's get her these last subscribers, and that's where it went. And then with her mods who were going out and really going into other chats and dropping my name, that was a part of it too. But like I said, even with that being said and done, when everything came, Danny isn't here for drama. But I watched how people turned on me and everything. Even recently with this whole thing with this with the crazy cat mama shit and the PayPals. It's people that, like I said, they don't come around. What did I do to them? Not a fucking thing. And nobody walking around here a saint, and everybody's so judgmental of everybody. But for me, I like to see the real. And like I said, in this, I mean, to me, the toughest loss through this whole thing was probably Tina. I really love Tina. I hate that she to me can't really be her. But that was the toughest loss. But the truth of the matter is, in real life, sometimes no matter how much you love people, when they that weak, they'll get you all killed. And for that I had to step away. Man, so like I said, can't do it. That was the hardest L in that. That was. But when I realized that when I looked back, she was already sizing me up before I knew it, just like these so-called friends were. And then saying it's because I was taking people's side. What side was I taking? I don't even know what side I was taking. Because we just looking for a reason to do it. Just say you don't fuck with me. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And I don't care if somebody gave me $1 million. I can promise you this much. I didn't use them for it. I didn't manipulate them out of it. So that's where I stand with it. And so the fact that that's what a team of people who so-called knew me would even say about me is fuck all of them till the world blow up. And then, like I said, for it to be dragged, and I mean, I could dirty dozen. Like, I ain't got dirty yet. I ain't got dirty yet. I fear no man but God. But no, man. So, but the fact that that was the narrative put out and people roll with it, and she was so determined to make people see me like that, so to know how she see me. So it's no need for us to be around if you think I'm that person. So that's where we at. So I love the season I had. Tina was a great mod. Tina has a great spirit. I don't think Tina's no vindictive, evil person. I don't. I know she's not. But no, I never want to see her, speak to her, nothing. Never. Because one thing about me is once I extend myself and then you show me you against me, you're dead to me. And it hurts to have to say it, but I am that black and white. It's that simple with me. There's no way you'll ever be calling anybody to tell them what to think about me and think we can never be anything. There's no way that you sitting here talking about me when you got, something I got to ask, Maria, do you even still talk to Tina? Because if you do, I wonder if that's in what we should do. Because I know Heidi ain't okay with that. But she okayed what you felt about me. And she, like I said, and she was determined to try for every mind she got. And I am grateful. Like I said, I got nothing against Big Bad Wolf. I hate it had to come down to you feeling you had to make a decision. But that showed me how some of y'all people around here, it's terrible what's being done to y'all. And I'm always going to stand against that. I want people to make your free decisions. If you don't like Danny, don't like Danny. If you like Danny, don't mean you're kissing my ass. It don't mean we have private conversations. It don't mean any of that. You might not like something I do or something I say. I understand that. But like I said, I can name people who used to come in my chat. And, I know some people aren't going to come in when I'm talking about somebody they want me to be talking about or that they think I'm funny about. And I understand that too. And I understand there's some people that's going to watch and they never come in, but they watching. I understand that too. But there's some people don't come in my chat because they done completely had to take a side. What side is it? I just want to know because you really... Shit. Like I said, the hardest loss, the L was Tina. But at the same time, like I told y'all about with my mods, I don't just mod anybody. Nobody owns their mods. Every mod I got, including Tina, was a mod somewhere else. Tina wasn't just a mod for me and Heidi. Marianne wasn't just a mod for me. John wasn't just a mod for me. Dana ain't just a mod for me. Susan ain't just a mod for me, and she was hiding. It wasn't none of that because we don't own these human beings who are volunteering their time to be in your chat and be able to help control it if it loses control and you don't see it. To help speak to everybody, because my chat don't have to lose control. My minds help to make sure everybody who walks in here is greeted. And like I said, even when it came with Tina, that became a problem where somebody is calling you and telling you that how you greet people in my chat is wrong. What? Like, where they do that at? I don't do nothing when people be in their chat with, they be talking about these bad people, they got bad people in their chat. That's a them thing, not a me thing. They ain't in my chat. I mean, if they are, they ain't doing what they doing in your chat. I mean, but whatever, like I said, but that's what hurt the most. But I'd rather it happen now than later. For real. I'm glad I came into the year knowing that I had dead weight I got to let go of, and I did. That's it. And I'm loved and I'm grateful for all my mods. Every mod I've ever had, I'm grateful for them. That's a fact. I mean that. Thank you, Mayor, for when you were a mod. Thank you, Tina, when you were a mod. Thank you, Big Bad Wolf, when you were a mod. I have nothing to say bad about you. Neither one of y'all have ever disrespected me. And I'm thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? While we had our relationship and our seasons, there was no disrespect. I'm grateful for that. I'm thankful for you. And every time I wrote a thing and I still feel, and I would never be nowhere shitting on you. I'll never be nowhere where people shitting on you, and I'm sitting there and hee-heeing and caca-caing on with it. So you got that from me, Five Life. You got that from me, and that's respect. But if you shitting on me personally, I'm going to shit all over your motherfucking ass, whoever you is. That's real. Thank you for your services. And to my Emma Lou, because, see, we lost you where you're no longer here. I'm grateful. You'll always be one of my all-stars, one of my original moms, just like Tina. Just like my man, the original, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for every conversation I've had with Tina. I'm grateful for the love that Tina and her. Like I said, that's great. I'm never taking it. See, I'm not like these people. I'm not going to go backwards and tell you how strong she is. I'm not even going to go backwards and say how I really feel like she feel about Heidi or whatever their relationship is. I didn't even go into all that because I'm speaking on our shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that messy bitch. I could have kicked off a whole war with her and Heidi while she was deciding between me. Why? Because I don't want to hurt her. Yeah. No one is perfect, Mama, and Lord knows I'm flawed. Lord knows I'm perfect. I guess I'm a Marsha, but I'm not perfect. Just a Marsha. I'm just a Marsha. Thank you. I respect my mods. She's a very strong woman. She's a very strong woman. And I watched her get her confidence back. And I watched her fall back in love with her. And I am grateful to have ever been a part of that, to see it. Not that I did it. It wasn't me. It was her. She is one of the best mothers I know in the histories of mothers. And I'm going to stay on that respect line for her. And that's facts. But how she played me out in the end, I ain't going to get over that. And that ain't the way a real friend move, period. So what I learned is we were never real friends. But I love every moment that we had. I'm grateful. But no real friend does that. That's not how they move. She had more of a conversation with Maria about me than with me about me. She was going to everybody but me. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's some petty ass shit. And nobody telling me Five Life gonna move with me like that. Just like nobody who's sitting with me telling me they love me. Danny, if anybody ever try to say this, I'm gonna make sure they know this is that. And then they sitting up and putting something together with me in it, knowing it's gonna look like what they. No, that means you were setting me up. And if you think I'm okay with that, I'm not. And as a grown-ass woman, I'm not gonna tell none of y'all that that's a real friend. Period. Point blank, period. No real friend do that shit. I do think she's strong. Never, I ain't taking none of that from her. Well, Maria, here's what I can tell you. Because like I said, so one day I went live. And in that live, I said, the fact that Tina is running around telling people, let me send you the link to Reddit so you could really see who Danny is. Like, she don't know who the fuck I really am. Then she was going around making, and I said this on my live, then she was going around making statements like, oh, I don't know if I can afford Danny. That is wrong as hell. And when I made that live, when I got finished with my live, 20 minutes later, you went live and you said that Tina had called you crying. And it was so bad that me and Tina had fell out, but that she hadn't did this and she. So why is she telling you? That meant she was sitting watching my live, but called you, text you, whatever she did. It was enough that when you went live 20 minutes after my live ended, you brought up how sad Tina was about what I had just said. Not what I said 2 weeks earlier, what I said that night. So that's calling everybody but me. I'm not mad at you for that. I'm not mad at her for that. I'm just saying, girl, don't move around me like we that close, because you was calling everybody but me. So that means go call them. Keep calling them. Don't call me for shit. You blocked. You can't call me for shit. Call me from another number, I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out. That's how I move. When I'm done with anybody, I am done. When you diss me, you hurt me, you trade on me, it's fuck you for life. That's why I tell you, everybody like, Danny want to be nice, everybody, she want to be your friend. If you can get close to me, it's a privilege. And if you have to, and that's how I used to feel with her. It had to be, oh, well, you know them, so you probably closer with them. Everything's a comparison with you. I don't compare my friends. So now that's her saying something. That's how I feel about it. Well, I don't know. Well, you felt sorry for her because you definitely said it. You said, I feel bad for Tina because it wasn't like, so that means either you were speaking for her or maybe you were just speaking how you thought. But either way it go, even, okay, she didn't do that with Maria. I know for a fact she was calling motherfuckers and saying, let me send you the link to Reddit so you could see Danny. I know for a fact that she said that she don't think she could afford Danny. That ain't nothing no friend says about you. Period. What friend say that about you? That means you think I use Crazy Cat Mama. You think I'm a user of white women. Whatever it is y'all think. Because once again, here go the world of white women are rich. They the smartest. They the best. They da 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 da. Cheerlead them. I don't think like that. I don't. Right. I can't afford my dog. Shit. But I can. You know what I'm saying? It just, when you say that, sometimes it just means somebody's expensive. But I ain't told nobody on here they owe me shit. Like I said, I stayed in a hotel and not one motherfucker on here paid 1 day for me to stay there. I don't come on here asking people for my bills. None of that shit. I don't come on here, I'm going on a trip. Y'all run my funded. My only trips don't come from Crazy Cat Mama. But I'm being treated like this nothing chick. My parents dropped 10 grand on me in a hotel like it was nobody. I didn't ask them. So what I'm saying is the fact that people want to keep doing it, and there's somebody who really know me, or I thought they did. Yeah. But even if she didn't do that, like I said, you still did stuff that I know you did for a fact. And there's no way. I had Tina talking to my sister because my sister was having a surgery, and I trust Tina. I don't let no one into my real world. I done had Heidi talk to my whole motherfucking mama. My mama signed books for all these motherfuckers and sent them to them personally because it's something we wanted to do because I cared about these people. If you think I play with my real life, Crazy Cat Mama walked in my motherfucking house, my family owned house. You think I play with people and you've done shit like that? Tina, when I had surgery, my mother called you directly to tell you I was okay. Before anyone in the world knew I was okay, she called you. If you think I'll get close with somebody and they'll dare to say, did you know this about Danny? Oh, I'm side-eyeing. Then you don't even know me. So move the fuck away from me. That's me. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't gonna be nobody different. You know why? Because I've wasted time with bitches making excuses, and them bitches is the snake you thought they was. No, thank you. I'm not these hoes. Never gave me a dime. It's a lot of y'all could say I never gave me a dime. And then some of y'all could say gave me something from your heart. Danny ain't called you begging. Danny ain't none of that. So please tell the fucking truth. And if I'm using it, should be a laundry list of people that should be jumping up to say they was used by Danny. I ain't dropped my Cash App and things in about 7-8 months. So if it's come up, somebody's asked for it, and my minds have dropped it in the chat. If y'all knew how much money I spent this week alone, every damn of it I earned my fucking self. Y'all don't even know me. I don't come on here and do that. I don't come on here, I don't boast, I don't brag. I don't come on here and down nobody. I don't come over here and not say I'm grateful for anything anyone has ever, from $1.99 super sticker to $1,000 whatever. I am grateful. They send a 10, whatever it is, I'm grateful. But nobody owes me nothing. Do y'all hit that like button? Do y'all watch? Do you share it? Do I have any members that are paying? Those are the perks from y'all. Anything else is just a plus. It's an extra plus. Much gratitude. But like I said, if now you own me, if now the world Jindy is going to treat me like trash, if people who know me going to turn, if all this going to happen, if 5-6 months later y'all still having seminars and Q&As about it, and it's like, girl, who do that shit? Where? I thought even in life you're supposed to have a speedy trial. Can I just get some, god dang, I know it's supposed to last 16 years. Yeah, I mean, 40 days and 40 nights was supposed to be a long time. Damn, we on like night 127. Why? And what is the goal y'all supposed to get out of what? Everybody supposed to hate me, and then I'm supposed to have no subscribers? Like that's ever gonna happen, and no one's gonna ever want to subscribe to me because of what you're saying. I'm supposed to fold up and not come on the internet no more. What's supposed to happen? I'm just curious on what's supposed to happen. What? What's gonna happen? What? I'm just curious. I know that's right. Like I said, today is my mother's birthday, and I really wanted to make sure I got her some great things. Right, and that's the thing to me. If you talking about everybody else's money, tell me about yours. I don't care who it's from. Just tell me yours. Any of it. Because I have no concerns with nobody. I don't care. None of it, what they eat is not going to make me shit. What's in their bank account is not going to pay any of my bills. I don't know. Thank you. That's it. That's why I can't do any of it. And then strength, like I said, is in the pressure. And so to everyone. And then that's another thing. Just with certain people, it's been too much mess, and not mess I intended. Like I said, with Deary Vet, I never had nothing against Deary Vet. Never did a damn thing to her. And she literally turned and started something with me. Like I said, so when you see this type of shit, and through this, you have all this back and forth with subscribers, and everybody think I own the subscribers you with. They only there because I told them. That's once again, you're not giving people credit for just liking me. I must bring something different to a table, and maybe that's what they like. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. But all this like division, all this mess, all this, did you hear with such and such, all that bullshit. Who cares? I don't care. What I can promise y'all is I never took advantage of anyone. I never manipulated or used anyone. I never came on here and lied on anyone. I've never spread anything anyone has told me that, you know what I'm saying, that I know they told me in confidence, even if falling out. Even like with Sweaty told me things I could have, dogged her out. And I still fucking won't, because my moral compass is what I live with. When I'm done and I'm answering to my judgment, I'm not going to be asked about what you did, but I am going to be held responsible for what I did. So Thank you, thank you. I will let her know you say happy birthday. I definitely will let her know. Thank you for the love. But yeah, like I said, it's my mom's birthday. My mom is 72 years old. I'm blessed to have her. I'm blessed to have her, to love her, for her to be in right sound and body. And no one will take that from me. I enjoy the things I love, and I'm grateful for the things I have. I am. I am completely. No one can take that from me. So that's why I said these people, they can't take my joy because they ain't give it to me. Yes. Y'all now y'all know when I come up in there, I might have to give a what is it? Because I'm just thinking a little richer for some reason. I just feel like I should just come up in there and just be damn it, standing up on it, going berserk. You thank you. You just gave me an idea. She getting serenaded. I'm playing the piano tomorrow. We will be live. We will be live. I don't know. I might have to put on members on. She might cuss me out. She might be like, "Daddy, get out. Just go and get. Just go and get you coming here on my birthday." She might, but you're right, Missy. She need it. She need me to come up in there and give her a good old dun 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 dun. She's bad to the bone. Dun 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 dun. She's bad. Dun 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 dun. Bad. She is. She's bad to the bone. My mother is a queen. My mother is a leader. My mother is somebody that no matter what life is, she is who she is because that's who she answers to. And I used to think sometimes that my mama should be meaner and my mama should do this. My mama's a real boss. She stand up for her children. She stand by her family. She loves us unconditionally. Unconditionally. If they say God's love is agape love and is agape love, then my mother's love has to be right up under it. Because I promise you, I'm grateful for her. My mother is my cheerleader. She is my hero. She is somebody so special. And I'm so glad that I didn't stay in a young mind and where you didn't appreciate for real who your mother was and what she was, and there was no accident. But in learning to love myself, I learned to be grateful for both of my parents. And though my father died many years ago, and I wish that when he was alive, well, my dad know I loved him when he was there, but when I went through phases older where I really couldn't stand him. And but he was gone already, so I couldn't even talk it out with him. But one day it hit me that without him, there would be no me. So for that, I am grateful for my parents, and I am blessed to still have my mother, and I am blessed to have my stepfather, who has been around. My stepfather has been around for over 30 years. He's been around since I was 11 years old. He has known my mother since they were 11 years old. My stepfather, they went to school together, but they got back late. But that's a whole other story. That's their love story. I'm not in that right now. But my stepfather has been the greatest father ever. So I'm grateful for my village. I am grateful for my family. Ambulance, how you doing? I am grateful. So like I said, when I see the queen today and I celebrate another year of her around the sun, I know I'm blessed. I know I'm blessed. I know I'm blessed. So can't nobody take that joy from me today. You can't take that joy from me today. You can't. You can't. But yeah, y'all. So what I'm getting ready to do is go hang out with my sis, go grab my mom some more stuff for this basket, and then I'm probably gonna go and fix my phone. Y'all look, dropped it, brand new phone. Y'all know I don't even break my phone. So I had this cheap case that I got after my other case, my B case cracked. So I got this other cheap case. My phone falls off. The case pops off, and my phone falls like this, like face down. So the case pops off. It hits at the top. It cracked this whole. I am so fucking pissed. I wish I was paying a monthly payment on my phone because then I just go exchange this mofo. But I'm not. I own this phone. So that means a bitch got to bite this. That means I got to go pay $100 and get the whole back of my. I am pissed. I am pissed. Yes. My stepfather is my father. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I am blessed. Yeah, I am blessed. When I think of what a father is, what a father does, and what a father looks like, he fits the full description. He has been there, and I'm his favorite child. But that's a whole I'm my mama's favorite too. So that's a whole nother story, y'all. We could talk about that on a further day. I don't want to take my mama's day to make it my day. I'm a Marsha, but yeah, he's my father. And he didn't just love my mom when he came along. He loved all of us and everything we came with. And he's still here. And he's still, so I love my family. I love my family, all of my family. If I don't see them every day, I love my family. I love my bloodline. I thank God that my grandma loved on my great grandma, loved on my great grandfather, and he was Stardust. I love my family. I do. I love my family. I love my children. I love all my grandchildren. I don't have to even know them. You understand me? I love my bloodline. That'll never change. And no outsiders will never make me feel bad about it or less about it. And even if, remember this on the internet, y'all. When Mary used to tell me about how Selfie and them used to torture her, when she used to tell me that one of the things that I told her is let no one on here, and it's to everybody. If you told somebody something and they trying to blackmail you with it, you stand in front of it. Because you didn't tell it because it made that person bad. You told them that because you probably trusted that person to tell them something that you were going through or to be honest with them, or you know what I mean, whatever your reason was. I'm just not that person. I'm not that person. Don't let these people hold over your life. You lived through it. What was worse, talking about it or living through it? People's opinion? You heard people's opinion already. Any of us who've been through something, you've heard people's opinion. Like I told you, I had kids young. By the time I was 20, I had 3 kids, but also by the time I was 20, I had cancer in my ovaries, and I had no more ovaries because I only had one. So with one ovary that was reconstructed, I had 3 children. But I used to have a shame because of what people think. I don't give a damn, because here's the thing. After 21, I didn't have a reproductive system anymore. So I couldn't have had no children. God had a plan for me. And I'm going to be mad if he ordered my steps. I'm not. And nobody going to make me feel shamed about it. How? Some of y'all so happy in marriage that y'all sit online all day being miserable. If I had a happy marriage, that's where I'm at. Because God gave me a partner to balance me through this hateful thing called life. Count your blessings. Y'all on here counting y'all woes and ohs, trying to get people back for what they did and said. Forget that. I wake up some mornings, and as soon as my brain starts thinking about what I don't have or what's not right or what's wrong, I start thinking about what's right, what I do have, what woke up with me this morning. You know what I'm saying? What I could still count on. There's another day. It's another chance. That's just me. And I ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't do that. Right. But then you sit with somebody who mocked mine. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. With people around here, they do the unbelievable shit where they'll literally be sitting there telling somebody, look who's in Danny's chat. Did you just see ambulance in our chat? And the ambulance said, hey, Kat, Misty, Maria, and Marianne. You be like, wait, where's that man? They'll be telling you that. But while they're doing this, they're sitting on a panel with people who have done the most outrageous, terrible shit in the world. They don't see it. Like I said, even when I messed with Rio, I never hesitated to tell Rio, don't you ever say no disrespectful shit like that. If I'm on this panel, in this chat, I ain't gonna, don't you dare talk about this woman happening. If she did slip and relapse, why would we be making jokes of it? Don't you dare tell a woman she your baby mama, because that's implying she slept with you, and that is degrading to a woman. So even when me and Rio got into it, he said, why you defending white women? They ain't gonna defend you. First of all, I'm defending women because I am one. My uterus made me one. The period I bled made me one. The children that I carried and bared and birthed made me one. It made me one. This for JJ, they got the clitoris and everything that come with it, made me one. So I'm always going to speak up for a woman, because if I allow, it's just like the men I love. The men I love, I don't think it's okay if I'm mad at a woman, they go smack a woman. That's not how we get down. Because just like they protect me, I want to protect them. Black excellence. I sure will. That's what I come from, black excellence. So even in the hood, is parts of us. We black excellence. We perfected everything we did it best. We made records, believe that. And so I'm not ashamed of nothing in my life. The only thing I was ashamed of before was how long it took me to realize to put my crown on. But since I can't look back, I don't worry. I ain't never taking it off again. So even when I act a fool, it's royal behavior around here. Just note that. They can. I no longer care. Sis, I give less than they can say whatever they want. I don't care. They could do 99 bottles of PayPals on the wall. I don't care. They could come and say I'm the biggest sellout. They seem to know. I don't give a poot coot snoot. Cause all of them got so many skeletons in their closets that don't worry. When karma comes back, that bitch is gonna eat them. It's gonna eat them. It's gonna eat them. Yeah, you messing with some of these snakes, y'all guaranteed to get bit anyway. But these ladies who promoting these dudes, I mean, I'm starting to rally 2025. Man, I mean, for real, it's bullying, harassing these men threatening the women. I'm sorry, you better sit your gay Judy down. Sit her down. Sit them down. Sit them down. They going too far. They going too far. They going too far. I don't go over and watch the beats just like Clark. He was one of them. Y'all be going too far. Y'all stalking women. Y'all got women's address. Y'all letting women know y'all got their address. I don't want no man. I don't care because he taking something in the butt that he can have my address. I don't want no man I don't know to have my address. And I damn sure don't want a man that get up in women's shit to have my address. Period. And if he do, I find that a threat to my safety. And I need all the men I know to get ready to kick his ass and make his ears clap. You know what making your ears clap mean? They gonna stump your head down to his flat. Make your ears clap. Because the men I know don't let no men mess with women, period. I don't care if they don't know you. Let them be there and a man messing with a woman, they're gonna defend women. I don't know men who I just hee-hawed to get into it. So, I be looking at you, oh no. I'm more disgusted by the women who okay with that. I'm disgusted by them. Gay or straight. I don't care. Keep bringing these men around. I've been said that though. I've been said that when all them mob men was on bitch this and they'll do this and threatening me. I'm like, what dudes are these? And then I'm doing it because I like this woman, so I'm defending her. She don't need no man to be defending her against no woman like that. These heifers know how to fight. They pretty good at it. They stalk, they fight, they dox, they play with each other's children. Let them do it. Because it's not right, but let them do it. That's gonna stop with these men. I'm so tired of it. I'm like, if I hit one more man, he gonna spit in the woman's face, talking about her children, and you a grown man. Having women's address, you a grown man. Man. Mm-mm. 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 I ain't for that. And just like I said in Maria's community wall, which I'm sure they all took screenshots of, it's funny to me that George is after you and every woman. I mean, George did a whole thing and was on there talking about something. He know I be in his bushes. First of all, anybody who know me know I don't jump on nobody panel. And I definitely ain't get on no panel. So you could mute me, talk over me, bring up some other goofies who think they checking me because they're not letting me talk. I'm not going to scream over you. I'm not going to let you call me names. So I'm calling you slurs. And then I got to apologize. None of this shit's going to happen because I'm too grown for that. And I'm too much of a boss to stoop myself. So even if I never deny what I watch. When I watch something, y'all, I tell you I watched it. When if I watch Yates, this, that, whatever I watch, I tell you I watched it. I'm not speaking off of somebody else said I watched it myself. But even when he was doing that, it was like because I called him, because I said he was a piece of shit for calling a 94-year-old man. And then it was people literally in the chat naming what other people had did. Okay, if they calling somebody parent, they a piece of shit. Didn't I say the reason why me and Jules fight on site is because she was disrespecting my parents? So to me, nobody can play with parents. So why is y'all acting so shocked that I said that make you a piece of shit? Anybody calling somebody parents, calling somebody kids, calling somebody spouse, that's some piece of shit, goofy ass people shit to me. Like, I don't think it's cute. It don't make you gangster. It don't, ooh, you had a auntie on there and none of that's cute to me. But I think if you calling a 94-year-old man, somebody in their 90s is at the end of life. Why can't you just let them respect that? And how did you ever sit with somebody saying people was wrong for messing with a daddy, then you turn around and do it? Like, that's what I don't get about these people. Like, the things I tell y'all, even when Breezy called me that day and was like, girl, Heidi told me that you was all worked up, girl, don't. Like I told her, first of all, can't nobody calm me down but me. You ain't gonna be able to calm me. I don't even know you. And I'm not from y'all world. It ain't about being gangsters. About, I just know people. I don't care what race they are. They don't play that shit. None of them play that shit. They don't talk about your kids and stuff because they ain't playing with theirs. They don't call your mama because they ain't gonna play with theirs, dead or alive. They ain't playing. And I'm the same way. I can't call nobody parents. I respect mine too much to disrespect yours. Like I said. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I didn't hear it. I just heard him talking about that he had played it. Like I said, because the last live I really watched to him was that live. And then, like, no, it was after that, because that's when I came in and he was saying that I was in his bushes and I could hit the link. First of all, only goofies hit the link because you say hit the link. That is so stupid. And then your chat is like the bigot's dream house. Your chat is like Karen's play toy. And that, hey, if that shit don't fit you and you be in that chat, that shit don't fit you. But like I said, it's a bunch of hypocrites in there. It's a bunch of people who are doing or allowing or okay with him saying and doing the same stuff they say they're against. A grown man said he was gonna release a picture of a child, a toddler. Y'all, I wasn't okay with John talking like that. I'm not okay with no man doing that. And I'm not okay with a man who, I don't care if it was just a rumor, people putting allegations on you about children. I don't want to hear you talk about children. And that's my opinion. Y'all can take that shit how y'all want to. That's y'all problem. Y'all don't look at real stuff. I don't want a man with anything in his name with that, like that, talking about children, period. Keep children out your name, out your mouth. So then when somebody say something, what you can say is, I don't play about children, period. And if you ever plan to be a foster parent or are a foster parent, how can you be a foster parent but be online attached to shit like this? What foster, because if foster parents can be online calling 94-year-olds, foster parents can be online cussing out women and threatening women, then going to court with women, and foster people can sit next to who they know is a so-called racist, but they sat next to her and helped her antagonize people, gave out people's address, made prank calls with her. You just as guilty as her. Like, what? Like, no disrespect, but you shouldn't have no kids because you don't even know how to be an adult your fucking self. And that is my opinion. And watch, they'll care more that I said that about him than anything he's doing in telling us he's trying to be a foster parent. You gonna teach your kids that's okay too? That when they get mad at a bitch, just get up with some other bitches and talk about that bitch until that bitch cry and take her life or something? What? What? To gang up on a chick and just, what? I hope you don't get no foster daughters. You gonna tell them, hey, it's okay if gay men come at you. They can threaten you. They can call your parents. They can talk about your kids. Who cares? Because they're gay, and that's okay. No, y'all, and it's so bad for the gay people who are just gay because they're gay. Really, it's truly because they choose to be with whoever they want to be with. Not they choose to, because I'm gay, that gives me all rights to being like a woman. When no women act like this. No women walk around like this, because if they did, how come these bitches ain't up on your panel talking like this while you sit back and say nothing? They not, because they're going to send you off. They're going to use you. Your gayness gives you the right to attack women. Your gayness does. Your gayness gives you the right to have pictures of little kids that they gave you. No, it doesn't. Because the same country and the same type of women that's doing that to you will be the same type of women saying get gays out of everything. I don't trust a gay nowhere. Gay means pedophilia. They'll be the ones saying that about you because they know that they can play you to do stuff that later they're going to use against you. Don't be nobody fool. Don't be nobody. You they fool and a fool. Because these women say they don't like nobody talking about kids, but they still coming to cheerlead you when you go live. But you said you talk about a kid, then coincidentally you said you wouldn't, and the kid was everywhere. So if it wasn't you, it's one of the women that was feeding you that kid in the first place. You hang with women that are name themselves after people kids. You hang with people that are named people after dead people, dead wives, dead uncles, dead mothers, dead fathers. I mean, all these people do the wrong stuff. But like I said, I don't even watch no more because it's so filthy over there and so nasty. And to me, it's not because of his chat, it's because of him. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. But like I said, when John said that you was a whole pedo to children, to the worst shit about you, not even 2 weeks did you stay on that. You get into it with one of these women, you want to take their man down, their kids down, their dog. Like I said, you told us Maria got this from an obituary, which if she did get it, that would still be wrong. But here's the thing she didn't do. She didn't post that obituary. So all she took was a picture of you, not a picture of your cousin, your uncle, your dog, a picture of you. So even if she got it out of an obituary, even if that was a picture in an obituary, when you took it, it didn't start from an obituary. So it might be an obituary, but that don't mean that's where she got it from because that's not its original place. But you don't have to prove that. You could just say it and it's so, and that'll justify everything you do wrong. Two wrongs don't make it right. It just make it feel damn good. That's it. And say that. But y'all don't want to say that. But like I said, it's okay for a man to do that. Y'all wrong. Ain't okay for no man to be getting into it with women, period. And just because, and here's the thing, just because a man is sleeping with a man, the way men sleep with each other, don't mean that's how women even have sex. So we aren't the same. We aren't the same. I am a woman because hear me roar. And I love you because I am a woman. And I protect you because I am a woman. But I will not. I am not. Okay, I don't stand for it, and I'm going to have to call a spade a spade. I'm not okay with that. And like I said, the women around it are even more trifling because they purposely doing it to you. And you goofy enough to let it happen. Yeah, but you bad. You're a terrible person. But I knew it when you was okay with the B. That's why I don't even see why you trying to take her down. At least she's standing in who she is. Somewhat. You trying to pretend like you was innocent, but yet you was with her calling John and them. You was with her doxing this person. You was with her about this. You was with her about that. You was with her with this. You was making dolls for her. You was with her about Jen. You was with her, with her, with her, with her, with. Mm-mm. Right, and then he said he didn't even know his dad's obituary, but she did. How was she? And then look, if they didn't know your real name, how did they know your dad's name to find his obituary? Make this shit make sense. Make it make sense. Just like when they talk about Maria, because I'm gonna go all around the board with all the different stuff. Just like when they even talking about Maria with this lawyer shit, half of these people were part of the witnesses for the trial. Wasn't Heidi a witness? See, I know Maria, you get, I mean, but come on, like, weren't these people witnesses? Weren't they coming in from Mar and far? You know why they were? Because they wanted to be nosy. Just like the people who was paying, they thought that gave them a, once again, ownership to the story. Then later, them be the same people that's like, damn, and she was telling me everything. She was never not on the internet talking about it. Well, she might have talked about it outside of the internet, but y'all brought it to the internet. Like I said, once again, shady Grady boots around. All of these people are shady. Yeah, shady as hell. Shit, Heidi was a witness in your case, but she was still cool with Amber. Amber's cool with John. That's what I said. All these people snake together. They literally be, hey Amber. Don't Amber sit with John, who done talk about all y'all kids, whose kids try to take their life, whose kids ain't shit, whose kids are whore. They've all sat and did it. And she sat right there. But y'all don't never say to her, oh, well, girl, because you sat next to him while he talked about all us. But then if it's somebody else, they'll be like, y'all sit with Maria because y'all think she perfect. Girl, I don't think none of you have us perfect. Ugh, I don't think I'm perfect. I think I'm just Danny. That's it. I don't think none of the other stuff. Yeah. That should have never happened, right? It was fun. That's what I'm saying. Y'all harassed people, y'all everything. Come on, I'm not on that shit. They ain't gonna have the tales of when Danny did that. I told y'all this 2 years ago. 2 years ago, John was live and he was going crazy, right? But in the midst of his live, he kept calling Terry Lynn. I'm on the phone with her. He keeps calling her phone while he's live. So I tell Terry Lynn, because she said, you know what, I should come in and chat. I ain't even gonna lie to you. She said, I'm coming to chat, do something. I said, I got one better for you. Let's go in the chat. Not John, excuse me. Not John, it was Jen. I said, let's go in the chat and start saying stuff. Because Jen, because like I said, y'all know when Jen was fired, she was going crazy. She was doing her thing. But anyway, I said, go in the chat and say stuff like Big Mac or the Whopper. Backstreet Boys are in sync. Friends of Seinfeld. You know what I'm saying? I just silly shit. I ain't coming there like, girl, crack a dope. Tracy or you. I didn't come in there to torture her. I didn't come in there and do nothing. I said, shit, let's make it funny. And she was answering the questions. She was like, Big Mac. Seinfeld. So Danny ain't no bad guy, but Danny ain't never been on the private, on this, on the that, on the secret calls and all that shit. When I heard Doom on the phone that day, like I said, I was on the phone with Terry Lynn. She answered her other phone. He was on speaker. He didn't even get a chance to say, hey, this was going on, but he started talking. And I literally said, Terry Lynn, next time you answer the phone on somebody, hang up, because I don't do hearing people's conversation. And it wasn't like, oh, here, let's listen. It's Doom. Let's listen to this. And the person that was Doom, if they didn't hang up so fast, he probably would have known I was on there because I was getting ready to say something out loud to him. That was a secret conversation. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So like I said, on here on the internet, and sometimes we learn from our mistakes. You live and you learn. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. That's it. But like I said, for me, when I had people like AT2 saying he wanted to do an interview with me because he wanted to talk to somebody who makes it off of white people, what the fuck are you even talking about? If white people the biggest number in the country and poverty is at 52%, who do you think the biggest number of poverty is? So the fact that you think all white people is rich means you're dumb on statistics. That's your ignorance. If 52% of the country is uneducated and white, once again, is the biggest number, what do you think the biggest number of uneducated people are? So that's a thought process of you. My thought process says good people are good people. Bad people are bad people. A liar is a liar. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm sorry that I'm not so narrow-minded. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm the biggest sellout, let them tell it, and yet they all selling out. I mean, if sellout had a face, they'd be on it. But I'm selling out. They happen to be in every chat with people who are the biggest bigots, but bigots are everywhere, but I'm selling out. Y'all always there. Y'all know them by name. Y'all know what state they in. That means y'all know who these people are. I don't. I'm not there. Yeah, so you dogging my name and everything else is like, well, you just were looking for a reason not to like me. I understand. I'm okay with it. I'm not perfect. I stand for my people first because I was born, I'm going to live, and I'm going to die black. I'm going to always live in a country that would make it easier to down my name and my race, my people, than to stand in who they really were. But I'm not going to let me live in your lie. You live there all you want. You keep telling everybody it's that. Everybody hates statistics, but you should love it because they really give you the answers to everything. Statistics tell the truth. So I'm big on stats. Man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so if you can look at any race and say that I know everybody's not that because I know somebody who's not, then you can class a race. You know what I mean? So I can't say all black white people bad, but these people good. Then that means all white people ain't bad. I love the human race. I love the fact that though we've needed to come so much further, we've come so far. And sometimes just the thought of losing that makes you realize how far you've come. Don't miss your water till your well runs dry. United we stand, divided we fall. We have to know that. I've stood on that for the last 3 years. I didn't just start standing on that. I've stood on that since even before when I was in chats. So, yes. Yeah. We stand together as one. I stand with people not because of the color of their skin, because when I'm looking at the human race, when I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying, that's what I stand for. I'm speaking that ignorance is not me. So like I said, so I don't think white is right, white is rich, white is smart, white is educated. I don't even think like that. I don't think white make you better. I know that every law we had before any race was doing it, they were. I know that. So whether it be murder, any of them, any crime we have, they were the originators of it. I know that every law we had is because once upon a time they took that from everybody. I know that the image they put out is not what they really doing. But it makes a better picture. It makes, when we think of Leave It to Beaver moms or the Brady moms or the best moms in the world, they're going to have a certain look. But when we go look at who's took the most children's lives, it's going to have the same look. So see, if we are open to that, then what you know is all white women ain't killing their kids, right? They're not. They're not. But more of them have than any other race. But all of them aren't bad. See, we have to know that. We have to know that. We have to know. We have to know that they brought incest to the world. Everything else was, once again, would that make them the worst in the world? No, what it means is all of us got flaws, right? And in this history, all of us did some things that made it where others did it too. You know what I mean? It's the truth. It's the truth. Hey, Real Housewives of Margaritaville. It's on the outside. You know that's right. But on the inside, you know we all are exactly the same. So I don't care if you have one that is working through, they made one for you or whatever. We all live with, we made up of water, oxygen. You got a heart? Me too. So whether you got machines helping that thing work, you got a heart, it's beating, it's helping you to make new oxygen. Me too. This here thing right here on, and most of us don't use 100% of our brain anyway, but is it on? Is this thing on? Can does blood flow through your body? Because it through mine. That's why I love the water. That's why I love to breathe in the air and go outside and get in the air. I love the trees and everything else. It's the thing, the oxygen, the things that make us up. That's where we the same inside. That's right. So if you are judging somebody by the color of their skin, that decided you know if they good, they bad, they smart, they rich, they poor, they this, you don't know shit. You don't know shit. White is the absence of the color, and black is the color that you can't add no color to. Okay? But here's the thing, there's no such thing as black people. Nobody's skin is black. That's the ignorant start there. The brown, the shades of brown. Brown comes in a variety of shades, from beige to dark brown and look like black. So you have to understand it's a shade of brown. But brown people? No, it's because the word negra, they wanted to turn into something rager, and that's how they got the word nigger. Because that's not the word. Then black people danced it up and made nigga. But the truth of the matter is they took a word because negra was a color, like blanca is a color. White. And that's one thing about the world. Even if you try to segregate it, it's too melted pot in. So even if your skin white, you're probably Polish and Italian, you're Greek and this, you're that and this, you're this and that. Because y'all know that there's many things of African descent besides what y'all call black people. The people of Panama. That's why when they say they're after all the brown and black, because they're all people of African descent. Their colors have color tone to it. Do you know what I'm saying? They come from the Caucasus mountains and lack of Nobody want to know that for real. They don't want to know there's only 3 races you could fall under. And the truth is, some people y'all calling white fall under Mongoloids, but y'all don't know because y'all don't know the difference. Some of y'all don't even know what that is. Y'all think it's something else because somebody told you it's something else. Stand, that's right. Sisters in solidarity, standing in solidarity. That's it. Standing together. That's all solidarity is. We standing together. You think everybody who's standing together for something, they agree with everything? No, they don't, but they agree with this. This thing we agree on. I agree with the human race. I agree with fighting for our children to have better. Our children shouldn't live worse than our grandparents lived. You understand? Our children shouldn't have less freedoms than our grandparents had. That's not how we evolve. So at the end of the night, we got to do better as a people. Forget everything else. What are you doing? Do your part. That's all you can do. That's it. No more, no less. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. That's right. You're Italian. I know people who, when you say they white, they'll tell you, hey, I'm Greek. Hey, I'm Italian. Hey, because you know what? They want to embrace what they are. But we live in a world that had to block it out. So you block it out. So you had to stop saying you were. If you had an accent, get rid of it so you can speak better English. Do this. And if you look, dye your hair blonde. Blonde means happy. That means, oh, hold on, you're a size 2 because that means you're good. Your boobies are triple, double D. That means you're great. But most of us don't have that. Being that boobs are body fat, no matter what you're going to call them. Boobs are body fat. You understand? So most people who got them, unless they bought them, they usually come with some other places that have this is fat. That's like your booty. Your gluteus maximus is fat. So if it's round, if it's plump, if it's bumped, if it's dumped, it's still a pocket of fat. Humans. But women love on themselves, love on each other, because it's hard to be a woman. Because you're never going to feel like you're the right size. You got the right hair, whatever it is. You're going to always feel something. You got a man, but not the right man. Your kids ain't the perfect kid. Whatever it is, it's always going to be a fight, a competition. Yes, Irish and German. And I tell you, when you have things inside of you, I don't care if they were ever arch enemies or whatever, you should embrace that because that makes up you. That is, so I love the German side. I'm gonna love the Irish side. I'm gonna love the side like this. My granddaughter, one of my granddaughters is Polish and Black. We are never degrading Polish because we're degrading her and where she comes from. So good or bad, these stories made up where you are today, and you continue the story. You continue it going on. But I feel like we live in a world where people are ashamed of what they are because you might not want to tell the story because everybody got some bad history. But most of us was dragged over here on some boats. The Italians, the Polish, the Black, all of you. All of yous. Your ancestors did not just jump up and say, oh, take me. Me. Like I said, think about it. We celebrate Christopher Columbus, right? Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. Was that when America became America, 1492? Because some people don't even want to do the history. They just like, whatever story you told them, I'm going to go with it. So he founded it, and then years later, we became it. It don't even make sense. And how you find shit people was on? Because they've been stealing land since 1492 and before. I cannot. I cannot. Christopher Columbus was a conquistador. He was a killer. He was a thug. He was poor. He worked for the queen. He was an indentured servant to her, if you think about it. Right? We'll tell a whole different story. He was sitting at the front, dun, 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 and he was on them. They was on their ships, dun, 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 dun. They put flags down in the ground, dun, 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 dun. Then they sat there and ate with the pilgrims as they. No, none of that shit happened. They wore the women's uterus on their head. They killed everybody. And they took a couple with them. Then they ran a swang through some other place, swang through them and changed life. Did that mean Italians are stealing? Nope. I got mad respects for the Italians. I got mad respects for how they came up in here and they made something. Because that's what people forget too. When you take everything from everybody too, the boy, the bad people come out, the gangsters, they start running stuff. They bootlegging liquor, money, lottery tickets, everything. They making money. They making so much money. The government like, hold on, wait, what y'all doing? Let me copy that. Look, Houston, we got a deal. Don't y'all know when they started selling weed in different states, they were going to get people who had drug. They didn't even have drug weed cases. They had old cases from serving more coke keys and shit. They're like, you know what? We want you to help us get this down to a science. Because it's legal drug dealer. You do know, right? Yeah. Kind of like the pharmacies. It's legal drug dealer. But y'all don't know that. Don't get Danny started. Y'all know I get deep. I know that's right. That's why I tell people with your hair, I love when people, especially when you talk about multi racial children, they always speaking about their hair textures, right? But here's the thing. I know some all white Jewish people, they got thicker, curlier hair than most black folk. I mean, it's curly. I know some people that's Italian, they got some thick old hair that they tell you how, man, it take me hours to manage it. I got to straighten. I know some people with curly hair and it's just their hair, like you said, red curly hair, and they got to spend hours to straighten it out because it's curly and it's thick. I know people with some thin old hair that, honey, sometimes if they put something that's too heavy and it look like they bald and it's like, I mean, it's your hair. But you got to learn to love your crown and to take care of it. Don't abuse it. Help it to grow. Give it things to strengthen it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the night, everybody's crown is different. I know siblings who don't have the same hair and they got the same mama and daddy. You understand me? Y'all, that's why we got to know about life, but we always talk about, oh, because I wonder if I'll be able because they have black in them. But some of y'all here so thin, like I said, I mean, y'all brushing your scalp when you brushing your hair. It's thin, honey. It's thin, honey. Mm-hmm. Red up here. I don't know why I used to want red curly hair too. I don't know why. I wanted to still be black, but I wanted red curly hair. And I had a friend, and he had freckles, black. He had freckles, but his hair was reddish. It was like a little reddish brown. I was like, I want reddish hair and freckles. Like I said, I know black people with black parents got gray eyes, blue eyes. Well, I know two people with blue eyes that's black. But like I said, green eyes, hazel eyes, please, too many of them I know about that. That ain't shit. I know black people with black parents and they hair look like they might be mixed. They ain't. It's because you never know what's in your bloodline. And some people have shit in their bloodline they don't even know about while you're talking. You know what I mean? You don't know. Because most people don't even know their bloodline. Man, I'm telling you, honey, don't get me started. I didn't even miss having hair back here because you're like, oh my God, I hate when you're growing your hair down here. I hate when then they talk again, just slick them, stick them. Oh my God, I cannot. I did not miss. That's why I was shaved, honey. I couldn't stand it. And then my hair is super thick. So like when the middle growing, it's gonna be super thick. So then when you get it braided, it's just time consuming. And then people telling you got hair growing out of hair, and I'm just like, it's too much. It's too much, and my hair's thick. So like I said, you want to go get a good ponytail slick down without having to double gorilla glue gel it down. Then I got to flat iron my hair and then make, because it's just this is thick. You know what I'm saying? No, white skin is not ugly. You know what's ugly? The inside. It's not the skin on the out, it's the inside of the person. The spirit is ugly. Your core is ugly. Your heart is black. You know what I'm saying? That's ugly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and everybody does. And that's why I just respect crowns because it's so many people that have just totally different hair. We do. We do, just like even skin tones. There are some people with olivey skin. So like, okay, you know how, is it the Sicilians? The Sicilians had the darker skin, right? They weren't black. They weren't mixed. That's not the story of it. But they just had an olivier skin. People in Panama, it's people in Panama whose skin darker than mine. But they hair blood straight, but it got a curl. Like, I'm talking about like silk. But they of African descent. Because also we have to remember, because remember, just like with China, China been around for 5,000 years. And it's been China, 5,000 years. Africa, been around for thousands of years. These aren't new places. These aren't new civilizations. These aren't any of that shit. So people of Africa have been coming around the world, the Middle East and China. China had a part which people try to act like it didn't, that were black Chinese, because after generations, they were there. They came from Africa originally. They were in that part of China. They kept coming in African Chinese. They spoke full dialect of where they were from, all that. So like I said, the world is a big pot, and most people don't even know where they come from. They don't know what's in them. They don't know where you get Afro-Latino. They don't know nothing. Like, I know people who say Mexicans are white. I mean, they've been saying they got white men. What the fuck, sickles? Can we just have people? But when you've been brainwashed to believe white is right, white is good, white's okay, then everything is, that's why I say we have prejudices in us. And sometimes for your own race, you'll be going, all black man hung like a horse. All black folk, then these prejudice you done put yourself to limit yourself. They all athletes. A football team got about 100 people on it. Of that 100 people, 65 of the players is white. So that means that young men like sports, and they get so involved in that's what they're into. You go in a basketball team. I don't give a fuck if you got your LeBron James, all that. You go on a team, majority of these people are Caucasian. So young men like sports. They into sports. They mean, all them black cats, he was a hooper. That's all they could raise him for. He wasn't even smart. You're like, damn, he had to be dumb just a hoop. I know one thing about being black. Anything you wanted to do, you had to do double more. So if you went to college, you didn't just graduate. You graduated summa cum laude. Because you had to make sure you was at the top. So nobody could say you skated through this mofo. Nobody handed you shit. Because somebody going to swear every black person went to school on a scholarship. Let me tell you something. The black folks I know graduated. Some of them did have some grants to help go through. Some of them got loans to come through because they couldn't get grants. But they got loans. But most of them paid themselves. Because even when they paid them loans back, they paid that shit. They paid for, most people I know who went to school did that. Most people I know, the debt they paying back is them student loans from school. So whatever they went to school for. That's the truth. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been over chemicals in my hair, even though I went to texturize my hair a few weeks back and realized, wait a minute, there's a whole chemical, because I have not put chemicals in my hair since 2019. It just, chemicals drain your hair. It kills them, it dries it, so I don't fuck with chemicals in my hair. I was just gonna say, you had to be so careful with all that tanning too. It's radiation. Now I do like the spray tanning because it's safer, you know. And these days they might have, Claudia, how you doing, sis? Long time no see. How you been? Mm-hmm. You have red hair. Yeah, I've seen you before you do that red. Mm-hmm. No, I wanted red hair like strawberry shortcake. I wanted some red hair. Sometimes as we get older, our hair then. Yeah, I know I take biotin pills every day though. I'm real strong on and then once you start with biotin, you gotta stick with biotin. So I mean I have other things I use. Okay, if I wash my hair, of course I use olive oil. I use um, um, rice water spray, stuff like that when I wash my hair. Those things I do. But I also have biotin hair oil. So if I oil my scalp, I use that. Because something about when you use biotin, they just suggest you do. And I've been actually, since I started growing my hair back, I've been using biotin. And it hasn't even been, it's about to be a full year of me growing my hair back. So, mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, and there's a lot of things we do. I mean, even the radiations that come from microwaves, the televisions. Yeah. Learn your history. That's right, and correct it. Yes, yes. Break the chains, break the stigmas, break all of that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you're beautiful in your skin. We try so hard to look away and be something. Be you. Be you. That's it. That makes you beautiful to me. I love confidence. That's why even people talk about big women. So many big women got more confidence than small women. And I love that. Love thyself. That way, if there's something you want to fix, you'll do it. Because you'll take care of yourself. When you love yourself, you'll take care of yourself. But y'all, I'm gonna get out of here because I cannot believe it is already 1 o'clock. I was supposed to been gone. I'm supposed to get my hair done at 2:30. Y'all, I had to because I will talk all night. Y'all, since I'm pushing everything back, but my plan is to come back and just chill with y'all again later on. I missed last week. I've been back and forth, but I gotta go get these 2 French braids in my hair. I have to because one thing about pulling your hair up when you're growing it, I don't want to thin out my sides. So I'm gonna take my hair and put it into French braids. So that won't take long. But I'm gonna go hang out with my sister for a little bit, and then I will get back at you guys later. I love you all. Thank you, everybody who came in. Thank you, Gigi, for coming in and coming out. Not the bushes coming in from the throne. It was good to see you. Thank you to everybody who didn't come in, but you sat and you watched. You stopped by. You go catch it later on. Thank you to everybody. It's Pajama Jammy Jam, so you need to be loving on you, taking care of you, enjoying your loved ones, enjoying your family. It's our day. If you want to lay around, do it. Pajamas all day, do it. Eat good food, please do it. Just do it like Nike. Please do it. Yes, don't forget to hit that like button if you came through just because you wanted to. Don't forget to just be you. And like I told y'all, like I said, I ain't got no enemies on here. I ain't looking for nobody's business on here. And I'm not looking to fight on here. I'm looking to see us win. And like I said, you ain't got to win with us. You can watch us win. But that's what I came to do. And anything around me, I want to see it move and go up. That's it. So I love you guys. And I will see you later. See ya. Have a good day till I see you again. See ya. Love ya. Sorry I ended so abruptly. I looked down at the clock. I'm like, oh, they're going to be killing me. I haven't answered my phone either. So see you guys. I love you. Love you.